Goodbye, music. You're gone. So, joke's on you, the Discord was invisible when you said that.
Shit. I'm not saying it again. I had one
Yeah,
in me
no,
and it's gone.
it's ruined. It's way funnier you end on, like, the failure of it. Or, like, you just come on recovering from failure.
That's also gonna be the name of my first album, Recovering from Failure. Anyway, hello people.
A guide to recovering your finances. After the
Yeah,
divorce.
step-by-step tutorial. Impossible.
Anyways, yeah, I have to work with villagers. Like, we're doing all of the worst tasks today.
Well, what is the objective of the stream?
To finish this iron farm and then to go farm a weapon. Why are you here? Would you like a screen share so you can see real time what's happening, by the way?
Oh yeah, that would be great actually.
It's in the Discord announcement because I know what I'm doing.
Oh my gosh, there's a SDarkMagin't stream happening right now. Ain't no
Wild.
chance.
There you go. Have fun.
Alright, Minecraft Gaming, Gippy, I can now provide live commentary. So what? How does this work?
So basically, when you kill iron golems, they can drop iron. Now, iron golems will spawn if you have a bunch of villagers in an area.
Right.
To simplify it a lot. So basically, you trap a bunch of villagers up here, put a platform above them for the iron golems to spawn, and then drop them into the pit.
Which is why you wanted to get that stalactite the one time for the infinite lava thing.
No, the lava has nothing to do with it. I just like having lava available.
Oh, okay.
Because it's good in furnaces.
Wait, you can put lava in furnaces?
And it keeps the bucket afterwards.
Oh.
Anyways, I need to get this guy out of here. Actually, I think I win.
Live footage of me trying to win back my money in court. Damn, those guys are resilient.
Yeah.
So, I guess...
But anyways, I need 20 villagers up here.
So, you've created what I'm going to call the facility. And you're just trying to stuff as many villagers in here as you can to spawn in iron golems into the pit so that they die from the fall damage, thus providing infinite iron.
Basically, yeah, more or less. Like, there's slightly more to killing, but it's basically fall damage. It's fall damage with extra steps. Why are you still keeping your old job? I need you to retire.
Why do they have to be Fletchers?
It's not Fletcher's, it's just that's cheap to make. So you just it's to give them a workstation so they don't despawn.
You can't despawn if you have to work.
Yeah, the beds and the workstations are all they need to, like, be satisfied, so you just put them in confinement with them and call it a day.
This is a weirdly nihilistic view of the world from Minecraft. If you have a bed and a job and a little bit of food, nothing else matters. I was not ready for this take. So how are you obtaining the bread?
Pika has farms.
Oh, that's right.
Yeah, I'm borrowing the bread from there.
I forgot about the vast Canadian fields. What is this doohickey contraption you've rigged up here?
So I needed a way to get the villagers up here. I don't know if you've ever tried to get villagers to go where you want before. They don't like doing that.
I've never tried to move a villager, but I'll take your word for it.
It's a pain.
Did you set up a whole railway for this?
Yes. And it's still not enough, because what I actually have to do is far worse. You have to get them in a boat first. Which means basically you put a boat outside their front door is what I ended up doing. You put a boat outside their front door so when they walk out in the morning they get stuck, then you drive that over and the boat gets strapped in the minecart. And then you send that off.
Why is that so convoluted?
Because villagers are the worst.
And they are a required step for any of this.
Yes, because you need them for iron golems to spawn.
Got it. Okay. Sure. Following, I think. All of this because you just like iron.
Yeah, because I'm making my floor out of it. That's not.
Nice torch.
So this is
So
what
is
the
this the
process
transfer
looks like, pretty much.
process?
Yep.
So you take them from their car into the airplane. And then from the airplane, you send them to Alcatraz.
Pretty much.
He's on a mission. He's off.
He is technically in the boat right now, not the minecart. The minecart is in the boat. Is in the minecart.
And he nails the landing. 10 points to the America.
Hi, Zivlix. Welcome in. Villagers are pure suffering. Yeah.
Hi, Zivlix. I apologize that I sound like I am on a, megaphone. Hey, I don't think the kid is meant to be in the glass.
We'll be fine. The worst part is trying to get the transport devices out of here. 1, 2, 3.
Well, how do you get out of here now? Oh, there's
So-
a hole.
No, the fun way that I have to do this, that I've found, is just parkour my way out of here, because this is a makeable jump. The villagers can't do that.
Why do you have to do, goddamn, YouTube shorts parkour? Could you not just, construct a door that you could get out of?
Villagers can open doors. I could do something with, like, trapdoors, however, that takes effort.
Okay, then.
What? Oh, that... Fine, okay, fine. Move your window. It's fine, I didn't want it anyways. This is gonna cause issues, isn't it?
Yeah, I could assume they can jump that, because that's not high enough.
We need a new solution.
According to chat, the villagers cannot open gates.
Yeah, I'm abusing this now. That's not the gate I want, game. I don't have the resources for that on me.
Dumbass villagers can't stop the baby protection door.
Yeah, good enough. It does its job. Are you spawning another one in here?
They look like they got caught with their hands in the cookie jar.
They're multiplying.
Do they split via mitosis? What the fuck is this?
More or less, yeah. Villager mitosis is way funnier.
I have no better understanding of what's going on
Just conceptually, it's way funnier than boom, new mob is created in between them.
Based off of what I could see on my screen, that is the only logical conclusion. Now, the good news about you moving all of these pesky villagers out is that I can sell these homes at a optimal rate
See,
to other
look,
players.
one got caught in the trap. He tried to leave his
Ah,
house. Big mistake.
see.
You shouldn't go outside.
But yeah, now we have all this prime
I've-
land and housing that we can sell.
I've made a mistake.
What did you do?
So, you see this block right here?
Yeah?
You see how that's below the level of grass?
Yes.
Yeah, that affects
Oh.
boat collision. You know you want to stand in it. You know you want to step in the boat. You know you want to. Come on. You know you want to get in the boat, see?
The boat bandit strikes again.
Hi, you won't mind me kidnapping the villager you're supposed to protect, right? Thanks.
Man, that golem sucks at his job.
He's just vibing, what do you mean? He has
Is he a
AirPods and
bandit
he
you
can't see
hired?
me.
Oh, of course, of course.
Yeah, didn't you hear about the new AirPod update where they just blind you when you wear them?
That's not how any of that works. What?
Yeah, it is. What do you mean?
No. No. Sorry, you like stun locked my brain with how wrong all of that is.
What do you mean? That was 100% correct.
No.
Yeah.
None of it was. None of it was right. AirPods are not like Jordans, so you get blinded by viewing them. What's that?
He just said no to the gate. This complicates things. He said no to the gate and just walked off a cliff. He's going back.
I respect the willpower of this one villager.
Oh my gosh. What? An iron golem has spawned in something. Ah, I see the problem now.
Is he stuck in collision?
Yeah, so
Is that what's going on?
So iron golems' hitboxes are slightly bigger than one block, but they can spawn in one block, technically, I think. So he just spawned into collision.
Okay.
Okay, I need to get like 2 of these out of here now. How am I gonna do this?
Well, you could kill him.
I could, but it'd be way better to move them to a different cell.
Okay, you may relocate, not kill.
Yeah.
Sorry, critical misunderstanding on my end.
The other thing too is I can't take any of the ones that have jobs at these workstations.
Why?
Because it'll break their pathfinding, they won't go to bed ever. Which means they won't spawn golems.
Why is... Okay.
Yeah, no,
I don't...
villagers absolutely suck.
This all feels like a needlessly complex system for a
It
very
really
simple
is.
goal. Hey, buddy, you're a little high over there. Go long. Uh-oh. I didn't know
you
you had
fool.
hops like that.
You're in my domain now. Never mind.
We seem to be at an impasse. Never mind.
No, he's slowed, so I just win, I think.
I mean, you just win anyways, but...
Anyways, I need a new way of getting people where they need to be.
I mean... At this point, you might as well come up with one of those complicated doohickeys where you drop an anvil and then it releases a balloon, and when the balloon pops, it turns on a fan, and the fan activates a bunch of dominoes falling over that activates a
You
loud
mean
horn.
a Rouge Goldberg machine?
Yes! A Rouge Goldberg machine.
Goldborg.
Hold on, I need to see if there's a GIF of that from... There's one of those that was in Club Penguin, and it was my favorite thing as a kid. Well, not my favorite, but one of my favorite things.
I have a new solution for this farmer. So first, we do that, right? Now, the real solution here is we put him out of a job.
Oh.
Now he shouldn't try to navigate back.
Why is there not a GIF of the Who's a What's It machine from Club Penguin?
This is simple economics. If they try to go back to their home, make them unemployed.
Like, common capitalist right here, taking away farmer jobs. This is why we have to keep importing carrots to the village.
Well, it's a good thing the village doesn't need carrots, actually.
Our GDP has gone to shit.
Trust me, once we get the iron production online, it'll go way up. You just gotta trust the process.
Okay, Lockheed Martin.
And now we use the land boat again.
Otherwise known as a shopping cart.
No, that has wheels, so it goes slightly faster than this.
When is the Minecraft shopping cart update?
It's called a minecart.
But that's not really a shopping cart. I want to have a Tesco shopping cart in Minecraft.
I'm
Not specifically
unable
a
to
Tesco
push
shopping
this.
cart, but like we needed to provide.
We are
visuals
currently
so people
dead in the
could-
water.
Why is the minecart not moving?
Because the game hates me.
Can you like push it?
I'm trying.
Oh, he's got the Magneto force bubble around him?
Probably.
That's quite unfortunate. Seems the game is not a fan of economic relocation.
He's employed again.
Wait, what are his deals?
A rabbit.
Oh, okay, well.
Fine.
You know, but
You
he
want
has,
to be
like,
employed?
that-
Come out of your house. You're not winning this fight.
Do you think if you put, like, this VOD on your resume for a workplace to show your determination to a goal, you would get employed?
Probably not.
Well, then clearly employers don't know what they're looking for.
Now I need to unemploy him real quick.
I mean, clearly, this is demonstrating an understanding and an adaptability to maximize efficiency in a workplace.
No, I'd say it's actually doing the opposite. What?
It takes a lot of eggs to make an omelet.
Why are you still employed?
Because you put the smoker back.
That shouldn't mean he gets it back. I'm pretty sure you should break it.
I don't know. I'm just hazarding a guess. This is
I
new
mean,
to
I'll
me. Like,
try
I didn't
removing
even.
it and bring it out just permanently, but unless he's somehow picked up a job on his ride in the minecart.
I don't think it's impossible.
Possible, no. Plausible, not really.
Well, I don't know.
I'm gonna just put their workplaces near the minecart setup, I think. This is the new
man,
solution.
man shrugging emoji. I don't know what I'm talking about, really.
Now then, are you unemployed finally? Okay, listen, we're gonna have a talk here.
What's wrong with him having a job right now?
It means he will not go to bed, pretty much, or work. Which prevents... Yeah, nice try.
Okay, gotcha.
He tried to run away, I can't believe this. Now then, how do I get from there over?
This is still very confusing to someone who's never seen any of this. Like, it's just.
Free trade has been established.
This is very creepy, you know that?
I wonder, actually. I wonder if I could get away with having them be able to walk between the areas.
Are you finally going to give them rights? Is that what I'm hearing?
No, they're still gonna be trapped up here. They're just gonna have slightly more room to walk.
Okay. I still think that this is psychopathic behavior.
I hope you're linked to one of those workstations, buddy.
I mean, worst case scenario, right? We've seen that these villagers can mitosis, so it's not like you have a limited supply of workers.
No, it's just a pain to get them to mitosis. That's why you need the bread.
They're just simple folk who like bread and then they
Yeah,
go
that's
mitosis.
what encourages villager breeding.
They just that's it. Like they really just
Yeah,
fuck with bread.
it just increases the probability of them doing it.
Okay, I respect that. Honestly, you work, you get bread, you make things. Good job.
Don't you dare jump down there.
Do it! Do it! Do a flip! Oh. It would have been so cool. Do you not have an axe?
I don't feel like pulling it out right now.
Oh, okay. You're not gonna get that fence while it's on the bed before it despawns, though.
Honestly, I don't care if it despawns at this point.
Okay, fair enough.
I think I can make more.
So, are you allowing these villagers to be free range?
I don't know. You know what? Let's consult the wiki on this.
Is there... Hold on. Timeout. There's a wiki on how to make this farm.
No, there's a wiki on spawning mechanics.
Oh. That makes
There's
much more
also
sense.
one on iron golem farming.
Okay, so we're... Okay. Every time they go to the workstation, I'm, like, scared that there's an armada
Oh,
of
that's
skeletons
why we
attacking you.
keep them contained. That's right, okay.
So, what's the deal? Chat, I'm sure there is some very important research going on here. I don't know what's happening. I hope y'all are doing well. I'm fairly certain that this breaks, like, every rule of the Geneva Convention.
It's a checklist. I don't know what you're on about.
It's a checklist if you're brave.
Yeah.
So, what I'm picking up that you've made this infinitely harder for yourself.
Potentially, yes. Although it was gonna be a pain to do in the first place. Oh, that's what would work. Hang on, I've had an idea.
Is it simple?
Debatable. I'd love to know where their workstations are.
Well, they're somewhere, I guess. I don't know. Perhaps this is the real rubber room all along. It was this. They talk too much.
Come on, file on in there. Get in. Come on.
A single file line.
Go in. Come on, get moving. We don't have time for this.
You gotta hit them with the Fable 3 strategy where you just shoot them when
Get
they
in
try
the
and make
room.
a union. This is the most overly convoluted way to do this, I think.
You understand why I've been dreading this process for so long now?
Yeah, I think I'm starting to get it.
I have no idea. It's just gonna require some organic villagers first.
Is there any left?
No idea.
Like, I would hazard to say it's a fair guess to assume that you've relocated most, if not all.
Okay, so if I can get 2 specific ones out of there. I hope you're ready for this to get exponentially worse.
So what's...
So I'm gonna move the breeding to a different area so that I don't have to worry about their workstations.
and then connect it via minecart?
Yeah.
Okay, you're cooking with this one, actually.
So what we do is we have them breed, then we kidnap the children and put them to work.
Okay, now that sounds a lot worse when you put it like that.
Minecraft is one of the video games of all time.
Yeah?
Yeah. I need this tree gone.
Like, just to make sure you're aware how messed up this is,
Yes!
yeah?
That's why Minecraft, you don't think about it.
Good soldiers follow orders.
I just want my iron so I can make my base. Let me abuse the ones and zeros in the computer, okay?
Listen, you've known me long enough to know that humanity is not typically a problem I incur in games, but this is a bit much!
What do you mean? It's fine.
It's just... You've completely hollowed out a village, taken all of its residents, thrown them into inhumane living conditions, forced them to breed, and then now you're like, well, shit, this is not nearly good enough. I need to keep them segregated too.
Yeah. That's how the farm works, unfortunately. I didn't design the villager mechanics. I'm simply abusing the mechanics given to me.
This is not going to be good for optics.
Here, I'll make them a nice wooden hut over here. I hope this helps.
Okay.
Cool, that fern is gone.
Do they really need a roof?
Yes, because I don't want them escaping the box.
Okay.
You know what? I'm over-engineering this problem. I think we're gonna make this as over-engineered as possible at this point. I'm too committed.
That's like 90% of your entire gimmick. I thought
know.
this was like what was expected.
Listen, you don't know the fact that you can automate the villager breeding process, okay?
I mean, I assumed, because after hearing about this process, I double-checked something, and I saw one video on this process 6 years ago, and it was the most industrial farm I had ever seen, and I was confused by what was happening.
Oh yeah, you can make these stupid industrial if you really want to.
So, I've at
have
least
any flint
witnessed
kicking around?
kind of what the final form of this can look like.
I need more fletching tables. Do I have where? I do have flint. Let's go. We're so back.
Like enough hoppers, and you can just make it do some crazy zany zippity zoodah crazy stuff.
Uppers are one of my favorite blocks in the game.
You've told me it enough times that I stopped believing you, and then I saw them, and I was like, okay, I kind of
Yeah,
get
no,
it.
they're kind of silly, aren't they?
Yeah.
You know what? Here, we'll even. Where's my wood? Did I leave it at the crafting table? My inventory overflow? What happened to my blanks? I was using those.
I'll be so real, I didn't even catch it, so...
Yeah, so if you don't have inventory space when you craft something, it'll, like, leave behind the items that you don't have space for. Just floating next to the crafting table.
I just throw away, like, monster things that I don't need.
Nice shot, idiot.
I thought that was a villager at a fletching table.
He missed that entirely. He was point blank and he missed that somehow.
How would you miss? It was 5 feet in front of you!
I think that's the problem, is because it was a bow, and it was 5 feet in front of him, so I was next to where he was. I was, like, in arm's reach.
Stupid skeletons. Skeletor will not stand for this. So what's the next step after the villager crack shack?
Getting villagers into it.
So are you gonna use the railway in reverse?
Potentially? You could also just boat.
I feel like the boat would take longer, though. I could be wrong. Because how would you, like, because if you get them into the boat, you would still need a clear path right to the minecart.
The thing first is I need to isolate the villagers that I want to take out.
What was it you just said?
I need to isolate the villagers I want to get out of here.
What were they?
The thing with the boat?
Yeah, the thing is...
Ah, yes, the thing is. I'm glad that triggered metal pipe, too.
Oh, did it?
Yeah.
There's the thing! It's there!
So,
Yeah!
you want to know a fun fact about that? Do it again.
Okay. Hold on. I gotta grab my phone. The thing.
It's just off screen this time. So yeah, I programmed it so it just appears at a random scale with a slightly different rotation at a random spot on the screen every single time.
Oh, that's awesome. I have been waiting for the past 40 minutes for you to say the thing is. Like, I didn't want to do it, so I just was, like, biding my time. Like, I need you to understand, like, you said it, and I heard, like, the Family Feud theme going off in my head, like, yes, it's time!
It might be better to just hard reset the villagers I have up here, actually.
What does that mean?
We free them back into the village and start over.
Yeah? If you think that's the play, then...
I think so, because it'll give me finer control over what workstations they get associated with.
So how are we gonna release them?
Yeah, they'll figure it out. Yeah, they'll figure it out.
Okay, then. As Roxas Kingdom Hearts once said, okay, I believe you.
Their freedom is their choice at this point. It's the one choice they'll get. So it's on them if they don't take it, honestly.
That got dark quickly.
Don't worry, it's fine. I plan on unemploying all of them, so they should leave.
There's a term for that. Hold on, what is it called? I think it... Yeah, that's a
Laying off?
lockout. No, that's a lockout, essentially, at this point. Which is just a reverse, strike.
Why are you here?
I just had a moment there where I looked at the drown from afar, and I thought it was Ave.
Wow, okay.
It was the blue and green that I immediately caught my eye. I was like, oh, it's Ave, and then I looked closer and it was a drown.
Okay then. Yeah, okay.
That's why I said from afar. Up close, it's a
There's
little
too much
different.
brown.
I said from afar!
No, I'm not letting you have this.
Okay. I'd like to imagine somewhere there's like a news reporter for villagers in like the different villages across
So,
Minecraft, and
funny
there's
you
some
should mention this. Do you want to learn about something real quick that will distract you for a minute? Go on YouTube, search up villager news.
Yeah, sure, one sec. YouTube, Newtown, YouTube.
This should bring you to one of the greatest animations of our time.
I got a Fortnite ad, hold on.
Don't make me take the beds, too.
What is this?
Villager news, what do you mean? You sound confused. I told you exactly what it was. There's a one-off to the races. Making extras of these, I think. Two.
This is the most 2011 thing I've ever seen.
Yeah, but isn't it great?
Yes.
So now that I have these two over here, I'm doing the Daytona 500.
I was not ready for the helicopter.
I don't even know which one you're watching. I just know there's like several of them. Like, this is an entire series.
According to the description, this is the first one.
Okay.
What the fuck is this?
Villager news, what do you mean?
Who thought of this?
What's the channel name?
That's not what I'm asking.
It's been a while
Like,
since I last seen it, but I know the general concept, and it scales to ridiculous levels is all I remember.
I see the thumbnail for the second episode has a UFO.
Yeah, that sounds about right. It gives you know what the vibes are that it gives me? It gives me very
Ballistic missile?
no, conceptually it gives me very strong Lego City like shorts vibes.
Oh my god, you're so right, actually! Oh, you're so right on that, actually. Which means by proxy, this is just like Cyberpunk.
Yeah, which means there's a Tom's Diner in there somewhere.
Is that what, like, the finale episode is? The bombing of Tom's Diner?
You know, not the phrasing I would have used, but sure, maybe.
What would you have used instead?
I don't know. Just not that, I don't think.
I need to make sure what I'm about to say is actually a word and not a onomatopoeia. Yeah, would you rather that I would have said the goddamn disillusion of Tom's Diner? Demolition?
Actually, yes, I think Dissolution of Tom's Diner is way funnier.
Well, I had to look it up to make sure that disillusion was a word and I wasn't misremembering.
Dissolution is such a funny word to
Yeah.
describe the destruction of something.
Well, that gives me an idea.
Okay, so we do that.
Maybe log in with Discord, authorize. One of these can be recycled. Like we don't really need this one anymore.
It's going to be a situation.
Show all files.
How do I
Photoshop
make one of
thing.
these? Redstone. Okay, dude, that's not. Oh, you need cobblestone specifically. Okay. Cobble deep slate just isn't good enough anymore. What a time to
Just
be
in case,
alive.
just in case anyone had any illusions of what I want to do to Tom Steiner, let me clear this up real quick.
I should set up a way to like. I should set up a media source that pulls from like Discord DMs to show a media file.
That would be great.
Like it just displays the most recent file.
I mean, well, that wasn't a system, but there was the one time we did a Destiny 2 stream, and I had a separate media source for Discord where you just kept
Yeah.
sending the most cursed images
Yeah.
ever. I wish I saved that VOD because it was awesome, but I didn't.
Tragic.
I only like started exporting VODs like I wanted like 4 months ago after it had already been like a while since I had
Hell.
streamed. Because it was only then I had the thought like, oh, I could just do this to save some stuff.
They're changing the VOD system so that now you need, or now it's like, instead of it being like days that they'll store, it's just based on the hours. It's like you can only have 100 hours of VOD data stored, I believe now is what it's changing to.
Wait, what the fuck?
Yep.
Like, that doesn't affect me,
I'm
but
assuming
why?
it's because of subathons.
Maybe, but even then, that's a weirder change to implement because that really just affects their top streamers. Like, that affects their bottom line more than if they didn't. I don't know. Maybe there's a tech side of it where it's just server operating costs. Maybe.
Maybe, I don't know. I just saw this as like a headline earlier. I don't know
Let me
much
be
about it.
clear. Let me be very clear. I'm not trying to justify any action of Twitch's, but I am trying to figure out what the possible motive for it could be. Because on paper it sounds dumb. It probably is dumb. But I would like to actually know why without the corporate bullshit answer they would give me.
Mm.
My genuine best guess is that, as we all know at this point, Twitch is not profitable. It's not. And maybe this is just a cost-cutting measure by putting a limit on it. Let's see. Oh yeah, hold on. I can link to help article. I'm gonna do some
Sorry, I was
research real
breaking
quick on
droppers,
this.
that's what I was doing.
Let's see. Starting April 19th, 2025, all highlights and uploads
Hey,
will be
listen, I have
published or
no idea what day
unpublished.
it is in the world, because this is a server that I have with some friends. So quite frankly, I have no idea.
In IRL days,
Yeah, it
it's
is,
been...
in IRL days, it is the 22nd day of March.
No, I mean, I think it's been like 19
No,
since
it's
this
way
server
funnier
was
to say
made.
March.
Wait, it's... Oh, I didn't even catch that! I didn't even catch that one. Let's see. This was announced on the 19th. post to make it easier for you to track your... No, that's not nice.
I can just do this actually. Boop. Boop. Boop.
I like that there's the third anecdote when talking about this change is that it only is going to affect like 0.5% of people. Yeah, 0.5% of streamers that this affects are literally your bottom line, you dumbasses. Oh my god. Like me, Joe regular guy, who streams maybe once or twice in a span of 2 months, this means nothing to me. But the people that are actually drawing in revenue for Twitch are the people that are streaming consistently and for long spans of time. So this is just incentivizing people to do the opposite, which doesn't make any sense. I'll keep reading. We'll see if they okay, here we go. Why are we making this change? Alright, hold on. I gotta read out this whole thing real quick. Why are we making this change? We originally launched highlights to help streamers create highlight reels of their best moments to engage new viewers on Twitch. However, highlights hasn't been very effective in driving discovery or engagement with viewers
Gee, I wonder
compared to
why.
features like clips, tags in the mobile discovery feed. Despite low effectiveness, some users have accrued thousands of hours of highlights and uploads, often to create highlights over time. The storage of this content is costly. Introducing this 100-hour storage limit, which impacts less than 0.5% of active channels on Twitch and accounts for less than 0.1 of hours watched, helps us manage resources more effectively, maintain support of our highlights and uploads, and continue to invest in new features and improvements to more effective viewer engagement tools like clips in the mobile feed. That is the official statement. Now, I would like to
There
say
were
the
too many
common Twitter
marketing
response.
buzzwords in there. I'm gonna need that simplified.
Okay, give me a sec. Let me digest. Okay, so the TLDR is I was right, is that Twitch is a small indie company that can't afford to keep their servers running. That is very much the long and short of it. Instead, they're doing this change to save money so they can continue to run this place to the ground and make more shitty viewer engagement tools. Is that cleared up enough, or I can actually
No,
come up with
I'm
like a
busy
better
trying to
in-depth
figure out
answer.
what is happening right now.
In the meantime, let me export my one important highlight to YouTube. The Cookie Saga will live on.
Whoa, bread dispenser be upon thee.
Let's see. Yeah, so it looks like my actual comprehensive understanding is that, at least according to the blanket statement, it is the cost versus benefit that they're getting out of this just isn't enough to warrant it. So all it's really changing is just
Wait, so is it only for
the
highlights or is
highlight.
it for VODs too?
It looks like it's for highlights.
Okay.
That's what I'm getting at.
Hey, Doofus, welcome in. How are you today? Hope you're doing well.
Let's see. Oh, actually, hold on. Oh, there's a thing for mods here. Oh no, this does affect VODs from what hold on.
That's cringe. What if it didn't actually?
I'm gonna read this out. Past broadcast, commonly referred to as VODs, is a recording of past live stream that's saved and available for viewers to watch. Please note that you have to enable past broadcast storage in your stream settings in order to record and save your live streams. Twitch partners, Prime, and Twitch Turbo users will have past broadcasts saved for 60 days before being deleted. Other broadcasters will have their past broadcasts saved for 7 days before they are deleted. If you want to save your past broadcasts beyond the 7 or 60 day limits, download or export, blah 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 blah. Let's see. Okay, here we go. The rest of this article is just navigation and shit, so. The issue isn't the highlights themselves, it's that this is a change that mainly is going to affect people who make larger scale content off of their streams, and highlights are usually a good way of, specifically, as the name implies, highlighting a section that is entertaining or has something of note to whatever said project is. So it being gone, or at least marginally reduced, is a bigger deal to that, which affects more people in the content space than just them. That trickles down to smaller people. The issue isn't what's happening, it's the repercussions of what is happening.
That's not where I clicked. Wait, I need to go make most confusing item in the game, don't I? Have fun, Cyberhill.
Yippee!
Actually, I think that's a really funny thing to say when banning someone, actually. I might start doing that from now on, that's funny.
I like that a lot, actually. That hits.
Of course I need chords for this. Why must everything be so difficult all of the time?
Because you're trying to set up something inherently complex and difficult, baby.
The other chords, that's what I need. Okay, nether quartz before I forget. I don't even know what I'm doing right now, sorry. Things are happening all of the time.
Don't worry, the bomb defusal squad is on it, apparently.
Yeah, I'm aware. I've been monitoring the situation.
I know, I'm communicating to the
Cool.
viewers.
But you see, here's the thing.
Yo!
I need nether quartz again.
Yo! Oh, that was a great placement for that.
Hi, Pika. Welcome in. Yeah, it's the thing.
So now I think is a good time to talk about how spaghettily this is coded.
Yeah, that's right. I was gonna talk about the absolute disaster that is the code to get that working. Basically, what I ended up doing is I have it built into the system I have for sound alerts when people send a message. Terrible news, you put punctuation in there. It's not smart enough to know how to differentiate punctuation yet. Mostly because I was too lazy to code regex this morning. But yeah, anyways, it's an absolute disaster because it is, instead of using the custom like backend web server I have set up for the sound alerts, it is instead a client for the OBS WebSocket server. So because I had this in a Docker container, it broke things since that's behind an Nginx proxy. And it's an entire disaster where it's trying to send out a listen request to OBS, but it can't get out because there's like basically an invisible wall that I don't know how to get it around. So currently it's not running how it normally should. I've broken everything to get this working.
Oh my god.
Yeah. Like, it's one function, but because of how, like, involved of a system the sound alerts thing is under the hood, it breaks a lot.
I didn't think the thing was gonna break so many things.
So, yeah. So, the sound alert system is as involved as it is because I wanted to make it as modular as possible so I could expand upon it later. However, that means that if I want to do more, like, if I want to add more features to it, that's going to require more like changes to the backend in order to get the features working as I want, since it requires setup of modularity for them.
Mm-hmm.
Basically, it's a bunch of spaghetti.
Spaghetti indeed.
Actually, another thing about how I have the sound alert system running that I probably shouldn't be doing for performance reasons is every single sound effect has its own class instance that it's using. Rather than having one, like, function in the loop check for all of the different potential sound effects, it is running multiple different checks sequentially on a message.
I don't know very many things about coding, but that sounds very complex and hard.
Basically, the more this scales up, the more resources it will use, which could be kept down. It's more so just a scalability issue at this point.
But what if you were able to use 100% of your CPU?
I could probably do that.
Well, I'm not saying do it now. Coding is like Lego and you make something with a Mindstorm core. Understood.
Yeah, I have this great habit of overcomplicating things because I get bored with the simplicity.
That is a fantastic quote. You should write that one down for later.
Why are you powering there? What in the world? I love redstone so much.
Over-engineering for the sillies.
Wait, I need... How do I make a hopper clock, chat?
A what?
You know, I thought
What
this
are
would be
you-
easier. It's not, it involves comparators. I'm suffering. Hey Groovy, welcome in. How are you? I hope you're doing well today. We're gonna not do a hopper clock actually because I'm lazy and cannot be bothered to figure out how to do that. Instead, we're just gonna do a basic clock, actually, I think.
English, what are you trying to... Huh?
Timing. So I can have this dropper fire repeatedly. That's literally it.
Are you trying to make one of those, like, time-oriented pet feeders?
Kind of. I'm just trying to get it to spit out a bunch of bread, but without doing it just to repeatedly spit out bread. Dropper clock? I could do that. That makes too much sense, though. Why would I do that when I could ask chat? Chat is clearly a much more reliable source of information. Why would I use the internet when I can ask random people? That is also basically the internet. Oh, that power is interesting.
They're not just some random people. These are regular someone peoples.
That's not.
I have never seen how redstone works before. To me, it looks like you're trying to set up like an LED light show for a concert.
That's basically what this is.
That or this is like a puzzle in a video game. And
Sir, have your bread. Take your bread now. The automated bread dispenser is set up.
Okay, but how's it gonna get the bread?
I can put more in there later.
Okay. Fair enough then.
This is more so I just want to get villager breeding up and running.
Stage 1 of the operation.
So I could start putting the children in minecarts. Like, I don't know if you've seen the trap I have set up out front here.
Oh, Jesus.
Automated bread dispenser for wood. You know what we need? We need an automated bread teleporter.
What?
You not know about teleporting bread?
No.
Yeah, don't teleport bread, ever. For any reason.
Oh, okay.
This is the villager black box, actually. They just... You put things in, villagers come out for some reason. No one knows what's going on in there. We gotta teleport bread for at least 3 days. No, we don't. We should not teleport bread, I think. Yep, I think that's a bad idea.
Is teleportation even scientifically possible?
Yes. Quantum entanglement is a wild concept.
You answered that like a war-torn veteran. What happened?
Because it popped... Because I recently got a headline pop up on my phone about it being done with small particles.
Oh, I was, like, completely joking.
It's not even just theoretically scientifically possible, it's technically possible on a very small scale.
Oh god, that's like... Okay, like, I understand, like, you know, scientific advancement is cool and we should be rooting for that. No, that's a little terrifying, honestly. That we're to, like, get into that point already? Jesus, SMS was not enough for some people. Sorry, it's weird to think about that there could be a world in which, before I die, I could teleport somewhere. That's weird. That's cool, but that's weird.
You two, I'm gonna need the child production sped up, please. Thank you.
On the double, Lieutenant.
We need more of them out in the wild as soon as possible.
You gotta do a little bingle boogle to dingle dangle.
Like, I will keep feeding you bread, I just need you to get to work. The factory isn't gonna power itself.
And this is the Industrial Revolution and its consequences.
Roof is- oh my gosh, you're right. That is the issue, isn't it?
What?
The roof is too low.
That matters?
Yes. Unfortunately, it does. If my memory serves correct, at least, I'm pretty sure it does.
It has to be tall enough for them to jump on the bed? Oh, so they just want whimsical living conditions?
I think this is tall enough. 3 blocks, take it or leave it.
Ah, yes, the CTE. Speaking of speed run, I got a speed run because pizza has just arrived. I'll be back
I cannot
eventually.
believe this.
I will probably be like watching from my
Okay,
phone.
well, enjoy your pizza.
I will. I'll be back to rave about it eventually. Good luck making the program.
They want whimsical living conditions or else they do not procreate is an insane statement. Whimsical living conditions or riot. That's not, I wanted this. There we go. That's not the correct direction, game. Okay, run it back. For real this time. Hopefully. If not, I don't know what I'll do, actually. I hadn't thought that far. I need to figure out what's happening with these schmucks up here now. What is your deal? Do I need to come steal your beds, too? Why are you all in this room? Why have you all migrated over here? What? I hate Iron Farm so much. Why are they so confusing? Why are villagers the worst thing in existence? I hope these also break the back end of the game. Hey, you two, you have a job. Just come through the floor, get to work, leave. Okay, I can go make some more minecarts, maybe? I don't know. Oh my gosh, Kitty. Kitty. I don't have fish. What's even the point? You did that to yourself. And we can acquire fish. We can do this. We can acquire fish, I believe. I believe in the fish acquisition. Oh, that's drowning, not fish. This just in, I cannot breathe underwater, in fact. keep catching myself trying to do, like, slide jumps with my movement. I keep catching myself, like, trying to slide. This game doesn't have the ability for me to slide. I don't know why I keep trying to do it. It's not gonna suddenly manifest if I keep doing the input. Unless it will, in which case I might just be wrong. Where did... I hear you, where are you? You. Come here. They added a baseball bat as weapon? Good. That's wild, actually. But also not... Wait. How is that different from... Don't they have baseball bats as picks, too? You're my friend now. This one is... Oh, okay. Is it... Oh, so it's like the home run bat from Smash and how Ness and Lucas have bats? You know what? Screw this, I'm giving them a skylight. I cannot be bothered dealing with this and trying to automate it. It's only made the situation worse. They're getting a skylight. I'm removing their roof privileges. This just in, roofs are too complex. We're removing them in the next update. Okay, you're in the box. Weak 4-point combo, targetable home run, swing with 3 tiers of charge. That's a creeper. Huh. What? Stop picking up trees. I don't want them. I just want to fix the hole in the ground. Chasm that has opened below me. You can go in a game of Fortnite, so you can goodbye to your kneecaps, chocolate bonk. Truly the Fortnite experience. Truly what Fortnite was intended to be. What even is Fortnite anymore? Like, yes, it's a game, but like... What type of game does it classify? Like, I feel like it's just Roblox, but like, higher definition at this point. Like, Fortnite is just HD Roblox. Tell me otherwise. Okay. Let's 8 sticks. Hi, Buffalo. Welcome in. How are you? I hope you're doing well today. I probably need more. Stop going for that one. Yes, it is a private server. My cat is trapped in here, I think. No, it's not actually. It's choosing to be in here of its own volition. Oh, that's good enough. And he's going there. Why did you opt to swim? Are you stupid? I think my cat may be having some struggles today. Why did cats swim? Are they stupid? Did they not get the memo that they're a cat, which means they shouldn't like water? Like, did they miss that memo somewhere? Okay. You. Die. Oh, I did not realize they were that close to dead. You are employed somewhere. Means you have to go. Yeah, I know, I just murdered your friend. Oh no. What are you gonna do about it? You, come over here. Oh, hello. I have made a mistake. We are going to vacate the area. Did he chase me? That is the next question, actually. What is he doing? Okay, no, he's chilling. He's chilling up there. Stop going in there! Okay, so nothing is happening. This is a wonderful time. wherein nothing productive has been happening. I'm about where I was when I started. We're gonna have a problem. Like, do we have an issue here that I'm gonna have to deal with? Because I will deal with it. No. You're staying in this room. One more, okay. You just need one more in this room, please. That's all I want, game. You. Come on. Get over here. Come on. Me when I get villagers. Actually exploding them with my mind. Come on, let's go. Get a move on. Come on, go in. Finally, okay. That's one area done. Finally. Next up. You when I get the villager, but the villager doesn't want to get me. No, just me when I get that villager that I hate. You two just hate each other? Is that what's happening here? Like, are you two just haters? Is that what's happening?
Is this just a haters to lovers arc?
I don't know what is happening here. It might just be haters to haters arc.
Haters to visceral haters, understood.
One of these days they'll create a child via mitosis.
We can dream.
From haters to rivals. Oh my gosh. But you see, the thing here is,
Yeah!
you know, I've had a worse idea.
You want to set up a voice thing?
Yeah.
Well, the thing with that is, it would be pretty hard to do, I would imagine.
Not necessarily. It's just a 5-minute coding adventure probably is the problem.
I don't like that the thing landed directly on my tank on that one. He crushed my Dicker Max.
Aha.
Why is there a cat in there?
You idiot, why did you step on the minecart tracks?
There's been a breach in containment.
Get out of...
Just send him.
Get out of here. Get out of there. You're not supposed to be over here. I'm losing my mind. I'm actually losing my mind.
Pizza?
So what you missed is nothing happening. Because the villagers aren't cooperating. Literally nothing has happened. That's the problem.
So... you've over-engineered a problem and now you're surprised when it's over-engineering?
No, I'm just surprised that the problem still isn't fixed.
Ah, okay.
Because it's...
Dukas, if you're gonna say thing and try and get the thing to appear, you can't use punctuation. As a heads up. The cat has breached containment.
The cat can be out here as long as the cat's not in a minecart. We're fine. Can't even grab another villager from up here to put down there because I have the 5 up here that I need.
So we're just waiting on mitosis. That's what I'm hearing. We need mitosis to ship the
Probably.
child soldiers into the factory. Ah, I got you, Doofus. Gotcha.
Could you please get
They're
out of the way of where
clogging.
I need to put the block?
So you threw them into a cramped space, and now you're upset when they're standing in the cramped space.
Yes.
The double standards here are bizarre.
Okay, but at least they are double. Like, that's better than just one standard, if you ask me.
I guess? Oh, you're containing them, I see.
Yeah, no, this block is done.
This block.
This block is done.
To
Headed
make
up
it
to
sound like
here
a
with
prison.
them. This is their home now, permanently.
At least they have windows. Actually, I wouldn't call those windows. It's more like an observation deck.
Actually, how bad would this be to do? 5-minute
I don't
coding
know
adventure
your
chat.
job.
5-minute coding
Oh
adventure.
boy. Oh no. 5 minutes in and out. Duh, obviously.
Yeah,
Hold on. You know
obviously.
what? When you start coding, I'll start a timer, and I'll tell you how long it actually takes.
So that means I'm gonna have to tell you when I start coding. I have VS Code open now, like I'm technically going.
Okay, hold on. Hands off for a second.
No.
Okay, well we're going.
Pattern, where is...
I need to play like some music
Search
on my
where
end to like really set the mood. Hold on. What do I got in the ye old playlist? Perfect. The Winky Dink song. I forgot how stupid this song sounds.
search. X. Pattern.
This is engaging content right now.
Oh, I've broken everything.
Yeah?
Yeah, because I forgot to stop it before I made my changes, so it kind of exploded.
Oh no.
And now I have to restart it. However, we should
Well,
be good now.
you're making good time.
Need to remember to refresh the web source. I'm actually gonna kill someone.
It's your code, girl.
Yeah, someone has to feel the wrath of my vitriolic hatred.
I mean, okay, sure.
How
The
did I
Winky
break
Dink
this
song?
already?
Yes. Yes, Doofus. I have a song I found on Spotify recently,
Oh, that's how I
and
broke it.
it's I don't know what it is, okay? Hold on, I gotta like explain the carnival music thing real quick. So whenever I watch a sporting event with my dad, be it like wrestling, football, hockey, whatever it is, whenever ads come on, I'll just play music on my phone over the commercial. And like there's been a couple of
Okay, we're back.
commonalities.
We're so back. I finished it. I was
Oh,
being
okay,
stupid and trying to run the program I give up. The
3
wrong
minutes
way.
27 seconds, 3 minutes 27 seconds.
Not even a 5-minute coding adventure. That's how good I am.
Accounting for like the additional like 20 seconds you started before I did, you're still under 4 minutes. So, oh, yep, the thing appeared. But yeah, so what I found is The Entertainer, which is the rinky-dink ragtime piano song that everyone knows, goes with everything. And so does weirdly most circus music. And there was a song I found recently that's just called Slippery Slide by Big Top on Spotify. And it is 1 minute, 1 second of the most just whoop-de-doo song I have ever heard in my life, and I love it dearly.
I may have broken it, so it now just triggers that every message. I have no idea.
Wait, what? Okay, what did you do?
Great, hang on, we're going back into the wiring.
I reset the timer by mistake already. I'll just the new timer. Go.
Where is this? Oh, that's why. Because I'm stupid. Okay, we should be back for real now.
Okay. Hold on, I'll send a test.
Now,
Okay,
oh,
so
wait, did I leave? Okay,
so
that's why.
something is
Hang on,
broken
no, I know
somewhere.
exactly what I did. I
All
know
right.
exact.
The timer's back on.
No, I know exactly what this is. Send a message with thing in it now.
Okay. Like is the word thing or just thing is
Yes,
in the word?
the word. And watch what happens when you do this.
Okay.
Now send another message without it. I have inverted the logic.
Hold on, I think this is even funnier.
What, you think just suddenly here's the thing is funnier?
Yeah, because you don't know what you did for that to happen. You can't logic it out immediately.
Oh my gosh. I cannot believe
In-
this.
Incredible
I
whoopsie daisy.
swear I know how to program. Not clickbait.
The insane whoopsie daisy right there. I think 10 out of 10. Great
And I will BRB
improvement.
real quick.
Okay. Hello, I have been left unattended in the shopping mall. Uh, well, hi, people. I'm aware that I do not sound the greatest today comparatively to when I'm usually here. My mic broke, my headset still plays the audio. The mic on it just doesn't work. So I'm talking through my webcam, which has a surprisingly decent mic. So apologies if my audio is inconsistent. That is not Dark's fault whatsoever. But I hope y'all have been having fun with the stream and watching everything happen. Yeah, that's the thing. I only learned the thing was happening today, like real time, like real talk. I didn't know this was a thing until like I think like maybe like an hour and a half before stream. And I think it's one of the funnier things that has happened in
Okay, I'm
recent
back. So
memory.
here's the thing. We're going back to the video game. What did I miss?
I was just talking with chat. I was talking about the thing code right before you came back.
I feel like this shouldn't be allowed.
You would be surprised, Dark, every time you leave me alone with chat. Like I never do anything. I'm like, this is a checkpoint. You doing okay?
Why would they need a checkpoint in my streams? It's not like they're hazardous to your health or anything.
I don't know.
That would have been way funnier if I died.
I just use it as like a reset for a second. Like in all of the VODs, you could go back and look. Never once have I incited anarchy. Where is their mitosis?
I think they just hate each other too much.
Is bread gonna fix this problem?
I don't know. Actually,
Hey chat, the most reliable information set on the internet. Can haters become lovers in Minecraft? Anyway, what were you gonna
Would
say?
you like a new test case?
Sure.
Send everything one word.
Capital or no capital?
It doesn't matter.
Everything. I love that I spelt that word wrong. Here we go.
Cool.
So now is it including words that have thing in it?
Yeah, I changed it to a regex.
So if I was to say something... Alright, hell yeah. That's way harder to work around if I'm trying to speak without popping that.
That's the point.
Is the idea to eventually make all of chat speak in Shakespearean to avoid the consequences?
No, but that would be really funny, actually.
Like, what's the end game?
There isn't one.
Yeah, that's fair.
Like, I'm not here for the end game. I'm just playing neutral. Like, I'm just spamming the same move in neutral to get inside your head. I don't know what you're thinking I'm doing.
Ramathal player.
No, that's quarter pressure.
Who's good in neutral? I think Faust is good in neutral. I would say he's arguably better in neutral than really any other time.
The thing with the Guilty Gear is, it's not designed around neutral, really. Most fighting games aren't. Because neutral is not a state you want to be in. You want to have advantage on your opponent. So ideally, characters wouldn't be designed around neutral because you don't want to be there.
I guess so. I mean, it doesn't help. Like my only real like air quotes fighting game experience before Guilty Gear was Smash. So my terminology and mentality still carries over whenever I play it. Like
Okay.
I need you to understand. I play Bridget like I play Sora. There's not a difference.
If I give these villagers the rest of my bread, and still no results, we're swapping to the flesh planet, because that honestly would be preferable to this experience.
Yeah?
Yeah, I'm getting fed up with these two.
It's gotten that bad?
Yes.
It would also appear God has entered the server.
Buh.
Yeah,
I need villagers' help. They don't love each other, they hate each other's guts. Fed up to here with these two.
Final Fantasy shippers
Okay.
from the people are in.
Joins game, teleports to me, looks around, leaves.
That was a certified Elsie moment. Closest I get to a fighting game would be Star Wars Jedi Survivor and Fallen Order on hardest difficulty. Dude, those games are hard on hard difficulty. From like what I tried, but I'm also like John casual gamer. I play most games in easy mode because I'm not really here for the difficulty. I'm really just here for like a good time and some story. I am not good at difficulty. The only two exceptions to that would probably be Mass Effect. That's a game I could do on the hardest difficulty in my sleep.
Explodes them with my mind.
What if they're both 8s and you're just trying to make something happen that can't happen?
I know at least one of them isn't. It's just one of them hates the other. Like, one of them is tried, the other one just hates him.
Mm. But yeah, no. Fighting games are a unique experience in which you can only really get better at those by getting your ass handed to you handedly.
Okay, no, it's just giving me the most convoluted recipe for no reason.
But like that said, I think fighting games are very fun. You would think, given the pretext that I'm not good at games, I'm not very good at difficulties either, that I would not enjoy fighting games, which is strictly just difficult. And it's also social, but like social and difficult are two very related things that can either enhance something or make it so much worse. Looks at every live service game from Sony ever.
Looks at live service games full stop.
Warframe is a live service game.
I know. Live service as a model, though, I just have issues with.
Yeah,
Because at what point does it end?
it doesn't. That's the thing.
Yeah, and that's where I think the issue is, because you're trying to... It stops... Like, at some point, it will inevitably get to a point where it stops being about the experience and becomes about just longevity. And that's what I don't like about live service games. Is when they hit that point where it's no longer they lose sight of what they were supposed to be.
Do you have any, like, is there any good examples of that? I was thinking it, I didn't want to say it out loud, but yeah.
Apex.
I didn't even know what Apex was from the start.
Yeah, but Apex has definitely hit that point, I think, where it kind of plateaued, and they're just... Like, when a game kind of hits its plateau, I think that's when you need to call it good. Because that's why Titanfall 2 is so good. Is because it knows when to stop.
It's actually an issue I've experienced now. It's not even just with the model of games.
Like,
too. It's extended now the stories and endings. I feel like developers and story writers are scared to let a story end.
Yeah. Like, that's what it is at this point, is it's kind of a fear of ending something that you know works in favor of trying something new.
Mm-hmm.
And so I think that's why the Titanfall 2 campaign is so good, because they don't overuse anything, really. If anything, they underuse some stuff. But it
Yeah, like
never
an
overstays
entire
its welcome.
dimension shift. Yeah, it's why a lot of the older like shooter campaigns work too.
And this is why I'm of the opinion that Titanfall 3 is not a good idea.
Yeah,
Like, sure, it'd be cool, but at this point, I don't think it's a good idea. I think it's better to leave it as is.
that's fair. Yeah.
What did I even come over here for?
Oh, I have no idea. Lava, maybe?
No, it was Soul Sand.
I can tell you from like the perspective of like economics, like the whole live service model, it like most things, it spawned in with good intentions because in theory, the idea of more content for a game you already like is
Yeah.
great. And then someone, and I don't know exactly where the point it happened was, but then one person discovered that they could monetize it. Actually, it was probably something like World of Warcraft is probably like the first like start of it. Um, and once you're able to have an experience that's already hooked people in, you can monopolize it and do whatever the hell you want with it so easily. It is so easy to let that system get corrupted by greed. Restraint is one of the hardest skills to have, especially in an industry like gaming, which is so becomes so economically focused rather than focused on the original idea of the art of storytelling evolving through visual media and playable mechanics. But because everything now is just, it's no different than the movie industry now, really. If
Yeah.
you look at where we are in both industries, it is the exact same thing.
Stares at the MCU and only recycled IPs at this point.
Yet we're afraid to try something different. Cough, cough. Studios, specifically. Because the people doing indie shit are doing interesting things. On both ends of the spectrum. And of course, to what everything I am saying, there is, of course, exceptions to that. There are films taking adventurous risks that are being rewarded for that. There are games doing adventurous risks, and they're getting rewarded for that. And that's great. But the market is so saturated of not that it's still being strangled by it.
So anyways, this is why I like Warframe so much, because they just try things.
Yeah,
Like, that's part of what I just love about the game, is they aren't afraid to just try something, usually. Sure, it's resulted in kind of an amalgamation of a game, but it's very fun.
I mean, look at 1999, for example. That is like no other part of Warframe. They just went for it. And I mean, it worked, I think. By being inconsistent from
Oh,
the
oh,
start, it made
are you
them
talking about
consistent.
Complex? Sorry, I'm gonna... Complex is my favorite
Go.
map. You are, sorry, opinion
No, you go, you
invalidated.
go. Go.
No, I'm just jumping on this. This is a nothing point. I just like Complex as a map. I'm the only
Yeah.
Complex enjoyer on the planet. Yeah, I think Complex, so from a design perspective, it's really fascinating because it's designed to be played a specific way. And when you play it that way, it works really well. However, it also limits freedom of expression a lot, and that's where I think the problem that a lot of the community has with it is. It's because of how kind of restrictive it can be in its playstyle.
I just looked up what Complex was because I forgot. That place is forever going to be legendary to me, but for nothing to do with the map itself. That's the autism map.
What?
The one where I said, I think you're autistic.
Ha. Cool. If that's how you remember, then sure.
I just looked at like the first, like the screenshot of it, like that it would show in like the preview of it. I was like, oh, I know where that place is.
The idea of Complex take place during the exact same moments that Grimpy T are being tortured. Yeah. Well, actually, doesn't that happen after Complex gets kind of destroyed? Because isn't Complex like the same area where the Arc stuff happens? And then it blows up and Complex just gets evaporated into the time dimension?
Well, that's probably your answer right there. It's the time dimension.
So anyways, that's why I was trying to... That was one of my main ideas for a gimmick on that map, actually, was adding a button that lets you just kind of, once per game, freeze the match.
You never mentioned this. What?
Yeah, I don't think I ever mentioned this. This was just an idea I had floating in my head that would be really cool to, on that map, put a button somewhere that lets you detonate the arc core.
That's big.
It's just one of those things I never got around to doing.
Fair.
Like, yeah, that's an interesting idea. And then it's just gone. Yeah, I don't think I even wrote that down anywhere. That's just kind of one that was floating in my head for a little bit.
Mm-hmm.
But it's like, how do you make that fun for both players? So I would it was probably more so an implementation for Frontier Defense stuff on like the custom waves I was setting up for it, because that would be very fun in Frontier Defense. If once per game,
yeah.
especially with how I was setting that up, you could choose to just freeze all of the enemies in place.
Yeah, that would have been huge for the boss waves.
You mean everyone but the first wave?
It's been a while, okay? I don't remember the specifics.
Yeah, Complex was the one I was going to put all of the bosses on.
As far as the maps go, I only remember the town one that had the wave of like 50, 60
Boomtown.
Titans. Boomtown, yeah. With all of the nuke guys, and then you have the boss to like genuinely. I think that the design for the waves on that you did is really smart.
I didn't even do much for the wave design of that. That was already done. I just added one boss titan to that wave setup there.
It works because
Yeah.
you're distracted by the big shiny thing, and then ambushed from behind by what is essentially artillery support, which is a real tactic of war.
You forget that, like, part of how I play, like, even like Marvel Rivals, for example, the way that I play is I try to dive and just draw as much attention as possible sometimes.
Yeah.
And it's like, that's how I like to play games, is just going in there and causing as much havoc as possible so that people can take advantage of it.
Now that you say that, that makes a lot more sense.
The thing is it's just a matter of, do people know how to capitalize off of it, which is not often, because I'm very bad at communicating that this is my game plan.
Well, considering it's taken me up until now to know that, yeah, probably communication is a little not there.
Yeah.
But yeah, it's just like when I think about Cursed Titanfall, like that map is one of the first things I think of, because having the knowledge that that wave is coming completely changes how I played the waves before it, which is really cool.
Another thing that
It's e
Another idea I had that I don't think I ever did anything with or even wrote down was dynamic wave setups. So
What do you mean dynamic wave
like
setup?
increasing the amount of enemies based on the players that were there.
How would that work from like a
Oh, you
coding
just said
standpoint?
if statements.
Oh,
So
that's
okay, so
way
the way
easier than I
that
thought.
yeah, the frontier defense maps setups are interesting because all of like the wave logic and whatnot is handled in a script that gets loaded when the map is loaded.
Mhm.
Um, but there's workarounds you can do for it. Also, hang on.
Okay.
I got the phone call.
Hmm. Car extended warranty?
Sure. We'll go with that.
Yippee!
Hey, OBS, could you stop getting your encoder overloaded? I think that'd be pretty cool.
That doesn't sound like a good thing. I could be
It'll
wrong.
probably be fine.
I mean, you know, my phone looks good.
It's probably just... Oh, you know, actually, I know I can fix it for Warframe. You swapped that if you wanna still watch, like, real time.
Yeah, I mean, I'll be here.
I can just turn down the quality of the Discord stream. I'm pretty sure that's what's causing a bottleneck.
Oh,
Because
yeah,
that
maybe.
would be using the encoder, too.
That would make sense. Minecraft is not really a graphically intensive game.
Why is there... Okay. I'm not gonna worry about what he's doing out here.
It's a pilgrimage. He's going to see the new world for the first time. I do need to actually like hop back on the server sometime and continue building. I've just been very distracted.
Hmm. Logs. Why does this use logs? Why did they have to make these miserable to build? Oh, and sticks? Okay, so they just hate me. They actually just hate me.
If you need like oh, you have sticks. I was gonna say, if you need sticks, I know I have some in my chest in the armory.
What I need is a bee to not randomly fly in front of me while I'm cutting down these trees.
Did you kill the bee?
No, I'd rather not hit one though, because it angers the hive.
How did you even get a beehive over here?
I think it's because I had the flowers there when the tree grew.
And so it just spawned a
Yeah,
beehive.
I'm not entirely sure though. That's just my running theory.
Okay, fair enough.
Conduit saved me.
You don't just have a water bucket for climbing this very specific side of the mountain?
No, I usually just dig. Because my shovel's
I already
practically instant, so like it's not a huge issue.
fair. I just do the water bridge up there, so I don't have to break blocks. I do think it's funny that you
Notice
you
having bucket
exploiting.
out and crash site being there because of just McAllen. Yeah, those are neat. Crash site is one of the maps of all time.
Hold on, I gotta look up which one's the crash site.
That's the one in the forest.
Hold on, crash
It's the one that
site.
looks like a crash site, believe it or not.
Yeah, I just need a visual. Crash site. What's the name? I almost typed in Warframe. Crash site.
It's the one with the 99 nuke titans in the last wave or whatever.
Oh, right.
Yeah,
It
that
has the one good moment on it, and the rest of it is just slogfest. But the choke points on that map are fun, but
they're fun when you're winning. That map
yeah,
snowballs very fast, especially because of that hill in like towards one side. If you get North Stars on that, you just kind of win.
yeah,
North
it's a
Stars and a Scorch, you
very.
can just hold that and win.
I like Wave 1 on Crash Site because you get to fly around like an adrenaline junkie with a Spitfire that shoots fire, and you get to just murder people in those choke points.
Glass.
After Wave 1, they start making me need to use a Titan, and I don't like that.
Me when they tell me to use a Titan in the game called Titanfall.
They shouldn't have made pilot combat so fun if they want me to use a Titan. You can't just make like a 5-star meal and then ask me to eat the appetizer.
That's nice. Go to Cyber Hell.
To the black wall with you.
Yeah, get hit with the black wall, actually, idiot. You did not consider that I had high tier defenses like the black wall here. Okay, if we're talking dropship specifically, yes. Or, well, dropship style, yes. Technically, Glitch doesn't have a dropship intro either. It has an intro, it's just not a dropship intro.
I always liked the dropship intro because it gave me a chance to stretch my hands before the game.
I've seen it too many times, just let me play the game.
Like I appreciate like small like 10 to like 20-second breaks right before action starts in most shooter games or games in general, where it's just a second to like mentally, physically just get ready before you go in. I definitely understand like wanting to just get straight into the action though.
Actually, here, wait. Is this gonna bother me? Not enough to fix it, actually.
I like the blue fire.
Yeah, it does slightly more damage. Like, there is actually a reason for using Soulfire over here, as I think it does do technically, like, a little bit more damage per tick.
Gotcha.
Go take a long hike off a short pier, I think. I'm fed up with these two.
Have they still not mitosis?
They have just been standing there.
I think we should elect new candidates to the mitosis program. That or swiftly eliminate the problem. Oh, Minecraft is gone.
Yeah, I closed the game. That typically does make it go away.
Are we going to hell?
Let me...
Yeah, evac is cool in theory, but it feels very demoralizing when you get your ass clapped in a match and then it's like, alright, time to get to evac!
We are moving to a different VC. Just heads up.
Okay.
There we go.
Yo!
Cool. If you don't Titanfall 1 beta and the rate of successful evac is something that just seems so cool. Yeah, I do like the evac concept. Pika, are you able to talk in here?
Hello?
Okay, cool, we're good.
I'm good.
Yo, what up?
Hello.
Hold on, for Warframe, I gotta switch to the circle food. There we go.
Time for Flash Planet.
Yep.
I'm just here as an innocent bystander. I'm not joining you there.
Sorry for your loss. Actually,
No,
your
this is a win
gain.
for me.
Oh yeah, I should turn up the game since I'm streaming it from like the 5 that I keep it at in Windows Audio Mixer.
Well, maybe the people don't want to hear the Flesh Planet. Have you considered that?
Too bad, I like having my game audio when I don't have anything else on.
That's fair,
Like,
yeah.
yeah, that I have made an oopsie daisy.
Did you put
You're-
the stream at too high quality?
Yeah, you're getting 15 FPS 720p.
Hell yeah. I'm watching this on my mom's phone.
Let's go.
Also, worst case scenario, I just watch like a little bit delay on my phone.
Yeah. Oh, hello, things are ready to be claimed.
Wow.
Chat, I can report, you guys got the bigger end of the stick, don't worry. This is Zero Night with breaking news. Y'all are cooking with gas over there.
Oh.
Okay, what frame do I run for this?
I don't know. I got someone to level up, so, you know. It is big punchy, man.
Actually, you know what? I feel like causing chaos.
There is no escape.
Wrong. Copious amounts of radiation.
Oh yeah, it's time for radiation squared.
Is this a good idea? Probably not. Am I doing it anyways? Yeah. What are you gonna do? Stop me? Yeah, that's what I thought. No,
it's-
you're not. Zero, you saw that screenshot I sent you, right?
I did. Hold on, I want to look at it again because I saw it. I didn't really look too hard.
Yeah,
at
that's
it.
per projectile.
Oh good heavens!
Like, that's not per shot, that's per projectile.
You don't need that much, I think.
No, 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 I'm going to give them every single debuff that isn't a DOT in the game at once. Apart from cold.
Oh God forbid that they're a little chilly.
Yeah, they won't be slowed, but they'll take significantly more damage. They have no armor and they take 300% health damage. Die.
That feels like a very excessive solution to a non.
Oh yeah, it also deletes their shields.
Does it also cook my toast?
No. Unless you can cook it with radiation, no.
You can. Well, there's a degree in which you can cook anything with radiation, where it'll hit the perfect degrees to be cooked, and then you'll probably.
This
go
is
over it a
true.
bit.
This is just like cooking a pizza with a nuclear detonation.
Yeah, like it is.
Like there is a spot in the radius where you'll have a perfectly cooked pizza that's only slightly irradiated.
Exactly. So by that theory, I mean, when you think about it, right, a microwave already is just concentrated waves of radiation, technically
Yes,
speaking.
that's why it's called microwave radiation, believe it or not.
So, unfortunately, all of your food in the microwave is already slightly radiated. It's just not enough to really kill you. Unless you heat up Hot Pockets. Those will kill you
So,
for
okay,
different reasons.
Zero, I don't know how to tell you this. It's not the radiation you think on microwaves. Microwaves are a different frequency and different concept entirely from half-lives.
No, I am aware. I am aware.
Like, it does
I know
not stay
microwave-
in your food.
Yeah, it's
Microwaves
not
just
the
cause your
same as,
food
like-
to vibrate so fast the water heats up.
I know. I am aware. I just didn't really want to think about it.
Well, too bad. That's why I'm here. I'm the one that isn't thinking about it.
Yeah, welcome back to Science with Dark, where
Oh my gosh,
she
Atlas Gaming?
disproves where she disproves all of the things that I don't say.
Collecting tissue samples from infested can supply us with a biological.
Also, Pika, if you want to go fishing or something to get fish stuff, you can do that. I mostly just wanted to bring you so that you could get resources and not have to grind all of this solo.
Understood.
Pika, where are you as far as like story quests?
Like,
That should suffice.
main story, like, just did getting operator.
Yeah, Pika just finished Second Dream. We did Deadlock Protocol yesterday, and Pika has done the Deviri quest.
Got it. Okay.
Now we're cooking. Uh-oh. Something's coming. Don't let her grab the snacks!
I wonder, like, when they were designing Deimos, what they were thinking in the design room. Like, I'm half joking, but I'm also curious. Like, did they know it was gonna be hell?
Probably.
I'm sure to some degree, like, visual
Something has
aspects
happened.
wise.
Where are you?
Atlas is not leveled enough.
Oh yeah, I probably should have
realize
given you a
we're gonna
warning
be
on the
so
level
high.
of enemies we're facing, huh?
Yeah, I wasn't prepared for level 50. I'm level 0.
Yeah, you just tech it, you'll be fine.
True. Knee punch.
Points. Thing player.
Yeah, but you see, here's the thing.
Here's the thing about that.
Pika, do you even know what Dark has done?
Yeah, I saw the thing on your stream.
Oh, I forgot. Never mind. My bad.
Yeah,
I'm tired.
I'm tired, man.
It's been a long 2.25 hours.
Has Dark been putting you through the ringer? What's it?
No, I'm just tired.
Alrighty.
There's not really a particular reason why.
Throw it at the monster door!
I gotta get out of here.
You gotta go.
Actually, wait, I might know exactly why. Hold on, I gotta check something.
Oh, that dropped it. Okay. Wait, no, where? What did
What?
it do with it? Okay, no, it's right here. It dropped it there. I did. So I grabbed the objective as my operator and then transferred into my warfare. I was trying to figure out where it put the thing I was supposed to be carrying.
Oh no.
Ow!
Yay! Let's go inside before it starts
Ow, that
chewing!
fucking hurt.
I need to remember I could use my necromech here.
the fuck ass rejected type.
Who would have thought you can use the necromech in the area designed around necromechs?
But they will be inaccessible until the toxicity has been reduced.
You kill your friends.
I think DE forgets about necromechs half of the time anyways.
Some of the infested are real stinkers.
No, I think it's more like a traumatic memory. Where it's just repressed. It's not like forgetting, they just choose not to think about it.
Good for them, honestly.
And then every so often it comes up like with a new war. And they can't do anything about it. It's like a traumatic flashback.
I'm never not gonna be upset about it. I'm never not gonna be upset about it.
Why did I bring the weapon built for headshots? The enemy type that just... Where is your head?
Typically on the top of their body.
Yeah, you want to tell me where it is on this guy?
No, I'm not looking at the stream. There's numbers.
Oh, okay. So what I'm hearing is I can close that?
You can keep the numbers on. I'm just going based off of
No,
like,
I mean, like-
general proximity.
The Discord stream.
Oh, yeah, yeah. I was like, why do I feel tired? And I thought about it for a second, and then I looked at the screen and I saw the numbers. Like, figured it out.
Yeah, unfortunately I like the numbers.
Yeah, it's good for stream.
Now the infested have backed up.
Debatable. I don't know how the bitrate likes it.
I don't know. I think it's content.
Just a little.
True, people do watch Balatro streams. That's basically what this is, if you really think about it. I'm
could
just
do a
flashing a
Balatro
bunch of
stream.
very big numbers on the screen really fast. That's all Balatro is.
Need a necromancer so
Hell
you can
yeah.
explore the ruins in
That's my
peace.
game of
Oh,
the year
you can
nominee
have
right
fun.
there.
That part already?
You ran off on your own,
no.
have fun.
What do you mean? Ah! No, I'm not fucking with that. Hell no.
What do you mean?
I do 2 damage to this necromech. I'm not. Fuck that.
Me when I killed the
I'm gonna steal that
necromech with a
kill, though.
radiation flamethrower.
Most satisfactory outcome.
Melting the nuclear radiation puddle.
Just trying to throw me into the abyss.
The Necromech Guardian is here. Defend yourself, Tenno. The Necromech has ceased function. A most satisfactory outcome.
Down, I guess.
What?
Oh,
Make up your mind, where are you?
up.
Okay,
Ow.
Blorb was down.
Rest
I'm
in
down.
peace, Glorbo. Oh fuck. Hey, how's it going?
Oh,
If only you conveniently had a mechanic that would let you not get hurt for a brief amount of time.
Hello, Glorbo.
we don't talk about the 4th ability. I don't like that ability.
No, I was joking about the crimes you committed last night.
Limbo.
Ah, yeah, if only. Also, don't go in there yet.
What? Oh, okay.
So there is a bonus mechanic to this thing. After you finish it, where you can get a bunch of loot very fast,
Gotcha.
provided you protect Otak. You remember the sequence that you were forced to remember a while back?
No.
Okay, well,
Oh, actually,
That's
yes,
good.
I do.
yeah,
Never
it's
mind,
that thing.
Bruh.
The question is, where is the room? I can never remember where this vault is.
I think it would have been way funnier if you just said, no, end of sentence. Do you remember? No.
Well, I remember it now.
Why remember when you can forego?
Wait, hang on, I found the
Sure.
vault. We're so back.
You know, Sun
Yay.
Tzu once said that. Why would you remember if you could just forgo? That's why I made a book. So I
don't think
down.
that's what he said, but okay.
I do need to actually read The Art of War one of these days so I can actually quote it correctly instead of just using it for blasphemy.
Blasphemy.
That's what it is at this point. It's just hearsay.
That's different from blasphemy.
Yeah.
I'm using 2 words to describe a similar feeling, even though they mean different
The outer
things.
layers have all but collapsed under the infestation's relentless spread. But the inner
It's more so he's like
I will say, I love the
draw a
Incarnate on the
comparison.
Lex. Like, it makes the Lex so much more fun to use.
I like when you get 2 Lex and you make Alex.
Yes. From Minecraft. No,
What?
Yeah, it's... the other default skin, Alex.
I thought everything was Steve.
No, there's Alex too, technically.
Hold on, how the fuck do we know any of their names? They're just block people.
I don't know.
It's the
Why do they have a
block
lore?
people, I don't know.
You know, screw this. I'm hitting you with the melee.
Like, was there someone at some point in the timeline that was like, that guy right there, his name is Steve? And then everyone was like, yeah, that's Steve!
Yeah, it was probably Notch or something.
Who's that?
The guy that made Minecraft.
Ow!
You're on your own there. Sorry.
Alrighty, fair enough.
Was it not a dev team?
I'm
It was
not.
just
I'm
one
not going
guy?
in there.
Fuck that.
No,
Wait,
there is
sorry,
a dev
Minecraft-
team, but it
okay.
started with one guy.
Okay, I mean, cool, good for him.
Could you get to your destination faster, please? Thank you.
More radiation per radiation. I looked down at my phone and I saw the funny pillar.
They have done and known.
Oh, where are we going now? I'm out of energy. That's less than ideal. Where did he go?
I don't know.
Okay, good. He just went through it. Good. Finally, he didn't get stuck on them. Yeah, what if I didn't actually? No, that J-Light Xmas is cool and all, but what if I didn't? Now kill your friends. Guilt free.
free.
I'm beginning to think maybe Nyx wasn't the play here.
With the generators all active, it is now
Who's to say, really?
Me, that's who.
critical remains.
How far away do I sound?
Barely.
Like 2 meters probably?
No, I
Maybe
just meant,
3?
like, am I still, like, audible?
Yes, but you have more reverb.
Cool, okay, so I can sit on my bed.
Yeah, and I need
secretly.
to remember in order real quick, hang on.
A maximum of 3
Up, up, down, down, left, right, BA,
Great Eye,
start.
Netra,
shields the vault.
Chalice, Craw.
Not simply guess.
Great Eye, Netra, Chalice, Craw.
Some of the knowledge that was brought back from
I know half of the actual names for these things.
I was about to say, did you just say great eye?
Yeah.
Very, very good.
I bet. We all know this.
Turn most pleasing. So many descend and
Typical, look at all this free stuff we just got.
Perhaps you might learn
Neat.
more once you strengthen your void connection.
Quote unquote free things as I kill all the people that were protecting it.
And now we can go out.
Okey-doke.
By
I'm
your
swapping
logic,
off of
one
Nyx.
them is free.
This frame is fun, but not great for doing these bounties, I don't think.
Getting the fuck out of here.
I just don't want to use Garuda, is what I want. I want to use a different frame for once.
Does Chad have any suggestions for a warframe to use?
Chad, do you have any Warframe suggestions? Probably not, but do you?
Atlas Prime.
So you want us to both die faster is what you're saying?
I never said that.
No, you said Atlas Prime.
What's wrong with Atlas Prime?
He's gonna die is what's wrong.
Oh.
Because the thing with him is he needs kills to get his gimmick up to heal himself and get more armor, which unfortunately is challenging to do with him because his abilities are wonky.
Hmm.
Like, sure, I can get a free codex scan when I look at someone, but that doesn't help me if I'm dead. Oh, I was gonna use Caliban, that's who. I have no idea if you'll pick up on what I did with my Caliban's appearance, but I did something funny with it.
Well, it'll be a while till I can see it.
Don't worry, it's fine. The lighting here is terrible anyways.
I can see that it's black and red.
It's not. The lighting's just really bad in here.
Well, I know it's red.
It's not.
Is it pink?
And wait, did it stop me? What can I set this down? Here it is. This is the one I wanted. I need to make this the default. Yeah, go over there. Let me off my
So
old
what
one.
was your question on?
And I'll show you once we get out of the hall that has no lighting, apparently.
Okay.
You know what? Give me... Actually, wait, what do I use for my melee here?
Ah.
Oh, no, I know what I use for my melee here. Where is it? Give me this. I need something more AoE-centric for this. Cyclone might work. Yeah, sure, why not? I'll bring Cyclone.
Yes, there are bound I do appreciate one who is not afraid of a little work.
Why is all the lighting in here just red?
You're in hell.
That's a terrible reason. And now it's blue! Give me consistent lighting, please!
Much has been hidden
I
from us,
cannot pick up what you're
Optimus.
putting down.
The old ruins beneath the surface
What is it?
surely contain the deepest and
I don't know.
darkest secrets.
Oh, okay.
Find a way to get inside, and the Necroloid will
Genuinely,
guide you
I
through.
do not know.
See what's happening
That's
there.
fair, the lighting is still
Tell me what
terrible.
he has been up to.
Is it something that you know I would recognize?
I don't know if you would recognize it, honestly.
The ISO vault squeezed tight. Any ideas?
Yeah, no, I got no idea.
Infestation is strong, but still
So I realized that I can make Caliban look a lot like Guardians.
Oh!
And I think
I
it's
would
neat.
never done that.
Yeah,
Never
I
done
just think
that.
it's neat.
samples from infested can
Yippee!
supply us with a biological key.
Okay, we better get another one to be sure.
Why is it all the way over here?
Excellent. Take what you have gathered and place it into the vessel.
That's not my Warframe abilities. Oops, I've accidentally bombed an instant civilization down below me.
It's just
Today
like
is
Destiny.
It really is, yeah.
Be on the lookout for infested. They will likely come and investigate. Do not let them disrupt the process.
Through the power of hate, I will kill them all.
Upon further consideration, I should not have said yippee to that.
What?
Never mind.
Okay. There's so many colors on my screen. What just shot me? What is hitting me? Something is jumping me and I don't know what it is. Oh, Blorbo's down. No one's surprised.
Shocking.
Yeah. You know what's really funny that I found out earlier?
What?
Blorbo has a mod on for passive health regen and decreased recovery time. Like, I think
Really
Blorbo
now?
also has lifesteal on his attacks. Blorbo just is bad at living.
Now we can progress into the tunnels.
Not proficient at being alive.
Negative con modifier moment.
Constitution of 3.
Levels in these tunnels are deadly even for warframes. The vaults lie
Me when I pull up with my -4 constitution modifier. Average wizard moment.
Real. Dark, D&D guy was armorer, weren't they?
Yeah, she's an armor.
Oh, with like the stealthy one, yeah?
Yeah, I've
The
switched
stealth
her
one?
to the other one just because bonus health on bonus action is very silly.
Yeah! Let's go.
But we shall see.
What's up?
What?
I heard D&D, I'm back, what's up?
Yeah, we're talking about armors.
Oh, never mind, I'm out of this conversation.
What? So you hate artificers?
No, I'd like to know more about them because my backup character, if mine dies, is ideally going to be an artificer.
They're silly.
They're very fun.
Ideally, what you want to do with an artificer is just overload your team with magic items.
Yeah.
However, what I've
Or
realized...
you overload yourself, which is what
Yeah,
I do.
another
was
thing
gonna
that I've
say-
realized, though, with the way that Gab runs our campaign, we already have a lot of magic items, so I don't get to do that as much.
But I've realized with my builds that my campaign is definitely more character focused, and that's great because all of my stuff, at least on my warlock, is all like story related spells that make sense of the theme and not really efficiency. Like I'll show you later, but like a lot of the spells I have on my guy are related in some way, shape, or form to the theme of the character. That said, next level I get Fireball because I'm a Fiend Pact Warlock, so...
Hell yeah.
That's not really thematic, that's more like a for me.
Fuck the thematic, they gotta go. Kill.
Yeah, me on a giant galleon wooden boat being given Fireball eventually. That's gonna go great.
Oopsie daisy.
Because of the thing I told you last night, Pika, you know, who knows what could
Yeah.
happen.
You know. Yeah.
Anything really, who knows?
Who knows?
Alright, I'm going back in my bed. You two talk about artificers or whatever.
Another thing about you
expertly
fucking your character with the giant like boxing gloves or something with the
Necromech has ceased.
the
Anyways,
punchy
where's the
version.
thing?
A most
I'm not
satisfactory
using
outcome.
the weapon.
Oh, okay.
I would tell you right now that weapon's not getting used. I have a gun.
That's fair.
Like, I didn't even use the laser that I had with the other one. I might have used it once or twice. It's just not that great compared to my actual weapon.
That's fair.
There is one last obstacle to overcome before access is granted. Right this way.
Oh my gosh, I finally finished the achievement, Kill It With Fire.
Yay!
Why there's so many maggots in here?
Shed no tears for the Necromech, for they are now relentless enemies to all. And there is no countermanding that.
Where is he going?
Down, I guess.
Where are my calculus, actually? What happened to them? Did they get lost? Oh, here they are. Hello.
Where am I? Oh, there they are.
Oh, they're putting in work down there. Okay.
Yeah, get on them.
I may have been sleeping on Ortholists. What is... Something's happening up here.
Punch.
Where did he run off
Hey.
to?
Oh my god, they got stuck in the fucking terrain. That's crazy. Okay. Not Lloyd, but the fucking centipede thing got fucking stuck. That's crazy.
Oh yeah,
Back
one
and
of
leg.
Caliban's abilities just kind of suspends enemies in the air for a bit.
Oh, gotcha. Okay.
Yeah. I've arrived with my 70-second ability duration. These goomers are staying for a minute, quite literally.
Have activated all of the generators. The vault door is now active and awaiting the correct code.
Where'd he go? Hang on, wait, I need to see the code. Where'd he go? Come back.
You have a
Running
bug.
away.
A maximum of 3 errors are permitted before the
I
fail-safe
got
protocol seals the
Here,
vault.
got
Do
extra eye.
not simply guess.
Here,
There's all kinds of stuff down here. Some void stuff they never let out of ISO because it was so not fun.
well, that was efficient, actually, at breaking those.
I trust. You did well.
I just thought the giant slime attack would be good at breaking things.
Order for your efforts.
Really?
You'll go again.
That's not what I'm looking for, game. I'm looking for the receiver to that, not the actual blueprint.
A mundane gaze.
What do Avatar stars do anyway?
What are they?
I got like Amber or
Oh,
Avatar.
Iton stars?
Amber.
Use them with Iton treasures to get
I
um
don't know what those are.
endo. Basically,
Endo.
somewhat convoluted endo conversion.
Understood.
Would you please let me go? Thank you.
There's so much to be done here on Deimos.
Where are you going?
Huh?
Where are you going?
Oh, are we still doing stuff? Okay.
Yeah, we have things
Understood.
we can keep doing here. 'Cause my ability
Okay.
strength keeps scaling too, anyways, so we might as well.
Understood.
Everything we've worked for. Eradicate them for me, please, Tenno.
I simply become stronger the longer I'm here.
I see.
I trust you are fully equipped to deal with the large numbers of infested awaiting you in the ruins.
Nah.
Will need
Nope.
to be uncompromising.
Not whatsoever.
Now, uncompromising my aggression I can do.
Yeah, I can do that. I can't promise it'll be effective, but
Please keep the established perimeter secure. Thank you. The infested appear to see this as a territorial dispute. They are not backing down.
I love defense missions. Rah.
I love standing here.
Infested casualty rate has topped 50%.
Yeah, come here. You die. We'll put this wall here.
I don't know who did put it there.
Oh, that's why I'm asking. 'Cause I'd like to know.
No, I bet they're very handsome.
I think their wall is in my way, and that's my bigger concern at the moment.
So maybe not.
Though it just frankly has nothing to do with the problem at hand.
Enemy count.
Get lasered, idiot.
That was excellent work.
Well,
Please continue towards the objective. Hostiles eliminated. Utterly eliminated. The area secure. Eliminating the dominant infested is vital to our progress. Proceed with caution and lure out the infested prime.
I guess I'm up here now. Okay.
In order to proceed, you will now need to gather materials.
Where are they?
Where enemies?
What?
Oh.
Something is happening here. What?
They aren't spawning very
What?
quickly, are they?
No, they aren't. I think they may have figured out how to win. It's just not spawn.
Oh my
Taking the
god.
pacifist route, they figured that works better. Just stayed home.
That should be sufficient. Use the vessel to begin infusing the bait.
I'd love to use the vessel if I could figure out how to get there.
This will lure infested to the area. Kill them near the vessel to finish concocting the bait. The main event has arrived. Here's your chance. Kill the target. A flawless victory. Well, effective anyway. The target is no more. Outstanding. The loss of prime organisms will help to dissuade other infested from entering the vicinity.
Something is being killed down here. I just saw a bunch of damage numbers from my guys. I'm like, what is happening?
What the hell is that?
Warning. The mist in this area is charged with growth hormones. The infested will become unkillable if we cannot disable the source. See if the containment unit can be of any help.
Oh, it's
You
this
are
one.
approaching
Okay.
The hazard containment unit. It should have some
You pick that up, it's gonna cause
utility
problems.
mist.
You need to
What?
run and throw that in the thing in the ground.
What? The thing that says like A, B, or C?
Yeah.
Or what? Okay. Emitter power. Oh, that doesn't sound very cool.
You just have to throw it in the thing in the ground.
Able to seal off the mist incursion if it has sufficient power left.
Close thing.
Apply
Okay.
it directly to the fissure.
Ow.
The emitter's getting dim. Can you power it up somehow? Maybe take it back to where we got it?
Interesting. I suggest you eliminate the infested immediately.
Hey, we have to kill these guys, by the way.
Oh my god. The dialogue is so far back, I don't know what they want from me. It's like, okay, I close the thing, and then I go. It's like, no, that's not right.
Yeah, mods, I think we're gonna have to kill these guys.
Oh, man. Punch.
We have to kill them under time duress, even.
I am detecting less mist, but I believe there are more infested.
Now we just do this 5 times.
Ensure the emitter is charged and hunt down
Oh.
another fissure to close.
What, you thought that was it?
I was hoping that was it.
No.
I can see why you might go insane doing these bounties over and over.
The emitter requires more energy to function. The containment unit it came from should be able to restore its charge.
Oh, that's unfortunate. Where is E? What?
But,
Where did they want me to take that to?
I don't know.
Keep the infested away from the fissure, or they may find a way to crack it open again.
You shut it down! That's great, but I think there's more that needs shutting. The emitter's getting dim. Can you power it up somehow? Maybe take.
Maybe if you shut up, Otak.
Jesus Christ, this is... Where is this thing? Like...
Oh, okay, there it is. And I've got the download.
Cool.
Always one that's like ridiculously far away for no reason.
Uh-huh.
I was gonna go there. I got stuck in collision.
From the fissure, or they may find a way to crack it open again. Excellent work, Denno. We'll have these all sealed in no time. Keep the infested away from the fissure, or they may find a way to crack it open again.
Oh, that was a bit of damage.
Kaboom.
Frankly, I think kaboom might be an understatement for what just happened there.
You shut it down. That's great, but I think there's more that needs shutting. Watch out! If the bad puppies get close to the fissure, they can dig it up again.
Beam this man out of existence. I want him gone.
Kill.
Who is alive? What? Who are you? This is just a random enemy. Why are you marked as an objective one? You're just a random dude in the area. You are no different from anyone else. Die.
Has been fully
I will
Get
kill
the
you
hell outta
indiscriminately
here.
like everyone else.
Tenno. I will be monitoring the containment unit in case this happens again.
That's so much better. You got this place locked down in no time.
Damage in this area.
Oh, look! There's a hive. Nuke
What?
it.
What are we doing now? Where are we? What?
Destroy Hive, apparently.
Pay attention. Hostiles incoming.
Oh, okay. Hello. Jadla jump scare.
A beam of kill.
All hostiles down. Move on and destroy the next hive.
Onwards and upwards or something.
I have detected
Something like that.
I don't think we're going up, actually. I lied.
to destroy it.
Onwards and downwards into the hell planet.
Spiking. They will be upon you soon.
This isn't hell, this is purgatory.
No, there's no limbo. It's not purgatory.
True.
All hostiles down. I have
Actually, you're right,
detected a
purgatory would be more exciting than this.
Shoot to destroy it. Infested activity spiking. They will be upon you soon.
Dude, that few people really use fucking fist weapons?
Huh?
I got the thing for like two fist weapons hit rank 20, and it was like one of the ones with like the shining, like the glowing border
okay.
around it. I didn't realize that few people used it.
Yeah, also, people just... You also have to take into consideration that that's based on all Steam users that have ever played the game, regardless of how far they get.
That's fair. That does partially explain the 7% having Railjack. That's
Yeah.
okay.
I just hate that goddamn Cephalon one.
Some people just don't like the grind of the game. It's fine, they weren't good enough for it anyways.
Hey!
They didn't deserve it.
Yeah.
Give me the I survived the Necromech sticker. I'll be on my way, thank you.
You go put it on your white Kia Soul or whatever.
Hey!
Reward authorized.
That looks suspiciously
how
like
I-
the Necromech.
Yeah,
You know how I feel about the white Kia Soul.
you love it, right?
No! It is well documented, I think, by a hatred of a white Kia Soul.
Why the white ones in particular?
Okay, well,
Racism.
I gotta come back to... No, I gotta come back to my desk for this one. Hold on.
Ow.
How did you go down? We just left.
Listen.
Because there
Oh.
are 4 enemies camping the spawn point.
Skill issue. Should have teched it.
True.
I don't understand what it is, but everyone in my, like, general area where I am that has a white Kia Soul drive like they are on ketamine. Like, it is insane how little you fundamentally know how to drive in the most rinky-dink car possible.
Rinky dink.
Like, you have a clown car, and you can't even drive it. The coloration is not the problem is you.
Oh, I didn't
just
realize that was.
happens.
Well, actually, no, this makes sense
Me?
now.
It
What else
wasn't.
they fuck me for?
I'm not talking to you. I'm saying you to like the very specific 5 people who all have a white Kia Soul and can't drive. You're either from New Jersey or you were never taught.
Ah, yes. The 2 options: New Jersey
Two
or incompetent.
Damn.
Yeah, sorry, that's how it is.
Yeah, oh, I
Anyways,
guess, you know.
if you drive a Kia Soul and it's not white, we have no beef.
Sensory filaments. These are a rich source.
Because at least you're putting some flavor on your car instead of just having whatever came straight out of the goddamn factory. Yes, I know they all come out of the factory in different colors most of the time. Shish.
Shit.
You're gonna be so real trying to survive this toxin damage right now. I don't know what you're saying.
I just felt you ready to clap back at me with some bullshit, so I
Yeah,
tried
that's
to
because
stop
I'm
it
in your head.
before you
That means I'm winning.
Yeah,
You're winning.
you're constantly in my head. You're like my Cortana, just like constantly, hey, get out of here.
Does its work.
Cortana, but like angrier.
Yeah.
No, Cortana,
Not,
but just
actually, not
sarcastic.
angrier, just really enjoys mental warfare.
Cortana, but petty. Slash pause.
Slash pause.
I'm going back to my bed. White Kia Soul rant done.
That's what you think.
For now.
Don't make me come back over there.
Yeah, or what?
What, so you can get angrier? That's not a threat.
Yeah, I bet you could even get angry if you tried.
Do not do this.
No, get
It's a
back over
challenge.
here. I need engagement, you don't understand.
I need a reason to be angry.
Was the white Kia Soul not enough?
Mild frustration at best.
Ford F-150 with the Trump flag.
Alright, you son of a bitch. Come on.
I've seen those in my city, which is crazy.
You're in Canada.
Yeah, like wrong country. What are you doing up here? Which, granted, I haven't seen them in a few months,
Actually,
so maybe they
we-
changed their tune.
Honestly, you don't even need the flag, just lifted Ford F-150. Actually, one of the kids in my high school had one of those just ironically, because he was in the auto shop, So he was just able to mess with his car.
I was gonna say, like, F-150s don't upset me that much because I live in the southeast, so there's already just a lot of trucks, and honestly, as far as, like, if we're ranking drivers, F-150 drivers are a lot better than a lot of the other ones, so... I can let a little bit more
Need
slide.
to release the cache before we can access
It's a
it.
ratio,
See
really.
if you can damage that growth. The growth over the
I
cache is
can't say the joke I was thinking of.
for any infested tumors.
Why not?
I don't want to risk that one, I don't think, actually.
Like,
Personally,
what?
I like having my
Which
channel
TOS?
unbanned.
Oh, okay, understood.
You sure about that?
Good old days after 9/11.
See, that's fine compared to what I was gonna say.
Seriously.
Like, I think that's relatively tame.
Okay, then.
The best part
But,
is,
yeah,
I don't even have to say a joke, I could just make one up. The joke was never real, it was all in your heads.
They were
Or is that what
very-
you want us to think?
Doing something.
Oh, I found a tumor by accident.
Doctor POV.
Hey, would you look at that?
But no, Dark, you know it takes, like, a little bit more than, like, cars to make me genuinely upset, so...
You're right. Trains.
Yeah, I know.
Trains.
No, trains make me happy. What are you talking about?
No. They put a train body, but on car wheels. Hear me out.
Yeah.
That's
Actually,
the end of the thought. That's the whole hear me out.
Zero, what do you think about the Hyperloop that stopped trains from being built?
I'd have to look into that.
The thing that Elon Musk proposed in California as a replacement for high-speed rail, which stopped high-speed rail from getting made, and then they
Hold on.
never made it.
Hold on, what is this? We'll see. Hyperloop.
Where is this thing?
Hyperloop.
Tika, you took too long. We lost the bonus because of you. I can't believe this.
I don't know
didn't
what
fall- you
fucking
didn't-
enemies I have to kill.
You have to follow
So
the
it
glowing
looks-
orange dot.
It looks like it's loosely based in, like, the same kind of technology they use in Bullet Train, which is a good idea in theory, except for when it's proposed by an absolute dingus.
The infestation
Honestly, I'm more upset in the general decline of trains in general.
These supplies are.
Like, it's laughable. It's a joke.
But maybe it'll improve the flavor.
I wish it was better than it was. But no, we can't have any good public infrastructure around here.
Detected. Predator.
God forbid.
Lloyd, help them deal
You know,
with
you want to solve carbon emissions, give me a good alternative. Well, you can't do that, then fuck, I'm
Methane
gonna get in my
emissions.
car. It'll just create the same problem again. You can't just solve one problem by introducing another.
What? That's how capitalism works, though.
If you smoke
True.
cigarettes every day, and then you switch to a nicotine patch, and you use those more than you smoked the cigarettes, you've not solved the issue, you've just replaced what the issue was.
But the first problem is solved.
No.
Yes, it is. You're not doing it anymore.
By your arbitrary metric, then sure, I suppose
You
could-
know what really grinds my gears, actually?
Peter Griffin.
No, when the axles are too close together.
On
Uh,
what?
Sorry, I thought of that. I needed to say that in the moment.
Okay.
like on
Cool.
cars or what?
Okay, do you understand how gears work and that they are on axles?
I've played with Legos before.
Yeah, you
Okay,
understand what
technically.
happens if your axles are too close and your gears are together, like, too tightly, right?
Yeah, it stops.
Yes,
moving
that
as
causes them to
efficiently.
grind together.
Oh, I
Oh,
get
shut
it.
up. Fuck you.
I'm gonna be so real with you. That made me so much more upset than any of your other talking points.
Good.
All part of the plan. Let's go.
Okay, Special Agent. Oh, so shush.
Holy shit. I forgot about Oso. What the hell?
The desired target is approaching.
That one came out of nowhere. I
Wait a
forgot about
second.
Oso.
I used Special Agent Oso as my senior quote.
That's so sick.
I literally took all part of the plan more or less as my senior quote, and I got that shit from Special Agent Oso.
Oh, that's
I
fucking
don't even know what
awesome.
this is.
It's a kid's show.
It was the kid show. It was the shit.
And how have I never heard of it if it was so good? Anyways, Pika, we're going on a drug hunt.
Yeah.
I don't know. You are an abnormality. You're a bit
So
wonky.
anyways, word girl, am I right?
Word girl. True.
What?
You don't
See-
know? Oh my god.
See,
Okay.
now you're missing out.
Hey now.
That was a PBS Kids classic.
I really wasn't like I watched a lot of like PBS like early morning, but
Wildcraft.
He is in the ground. Okay.
Wild Guts. Oh, I remember her.
That's what we're after. E11 to get out.
That one just doesn't. It's not like a North Star in my mind when I think of
The
PBS.
names you get? Indescribable.
For PBS Kids, first thing I think of is Curious George.
Yeah.
Those infested kill him?
Second thing immediately after that is my vitriolic hatred of Clifford the Big Red Dog.
What's wrong with Clifford?
I think I've told this story before. So when I was like a little kid, I had a cat named Me, and like the first episode of the show, it's either that or the intro where they talk about like, oh, the reason Clifford's so big is because this little girl like loved this dog so much. So I was of the mindset that my cat wasn't bigger because I didn't love her.
Oh.
So I just grew to resent Clifford.
They are launching
Grudge
mortar
forever.
strikes at those guys.
Like Clifford didn't really do anything. It's more of he just really upset me.
Okay, I was gonna
He
get
hurt
you
my
up, but
feelings.
fine, do it yourself, I guess.
Me no die. Me spend affinity.
I was like, if we're talking like past PBS Kids, after that point I was just a Disney XD kid.
Hell yeah.
All those
Phineas and Ferb, that was the shit on Disney XD.
yeah.
So, would you believe me if I said I've never watched Phineas and Ferb?
Oh, you gotta. It's genuinely good. I genuinely.
Like, I
think it's
turned
good.
out the way I am without Phineas and Ferb.
If you had watched Phineas and Ferb, it would have explained everything ever.
Yeah, well, I haven't. So figure
is
it out now,
such a
science.
It is such a used show that it like
That's
is
what I've put
mind-boggling.
together from what I've heard about it, which is why it's far funnier to just never watch it.
You know what? I appreciate the commitment to the bit.
I understand this is your Star Wars. I'm never gonna watch a full Star Wars movie. I love loving Star Wars, having never seen any of the movies. It's one of my favorite bits.
Did you ever watch Clone Wars?
I've never finished it, but I started watching it. I think I got to season 3.
Yeah. It's not really something you have to watch. Like chronologically, it's fucked with
Oh
all
my
the
god, yeah.
episodes.
Episode 1 is like episode 7 or 8.
No. Okay. I believe what the first episode canonically is season 2, episode 5.
Yeah,
Huh?
yeah. I mean, like, first episode in, like, season 1, episode 1 happens, like, 8 episodes
Oh, he's in the
later
blender.
timeline.
He's in the blender. He didn't stand a
Blended.
chance.
Oh my goodness. God.
You
You saw them Beyblading on him, right?
Yeah, I did.
It is such a hard show to follow, but, like, it's real.
Yeah, I mean, you don't even really have to follow it.
It's just
like-
weird when it, like, especially with, like, the Jar Jar filler episodes, because you don't know where in the hell in the timeline it's going.
The episodes where Jar Jar Binks single-handedly defeats General Grievous.
Dude,
What?
Clone Wars convinced me that Dark Jar Jar could have actually been a thing. Because not only is he the greatest diplomat to ever do it, not only did he beat General Grievous, he's also apparently a militaristic, like,
Yeah.
guru, and just knows what he's doing.
Army General Jar Jar. He's goated with it.
He could have solved the Clone Wars if he wasn't pressured into giving the emergency powers to Palpatine.
He could have done it. I believe in him.
Like, genuinely. I think that's the thing the Clone Wars did best, is it gave a lot of extra meaning and everything to characters that needed it. Like, Darth Maul got, like, a whole thing.
Yeah, genuinely, Darth Maul got turned from who cares to, like, one of the most goated characters.
Like, all around, even in Rebels, he still was awesome until he died.
Yeah.
Like, they completely fixed that character in my mind.
Yeah.
Mainly because the voice actor is insane, but,
Yeah.
like, my guy got the Sith code into canon.
Yeah.
So,
This moon requires
yeah.
a curious mind.
No, I haven't watched all of it, and I probably never will get around to, like, watching all of it, but I have a lot of respect for what it did.
Some of the episodes you don't really have to, don't worry about it, but, like, there are some arcs that are, like, so fucking good. Like, do you remember, like, the Umbara stuff?
Fuck, who was Umbara again?
That's a planet, but, like, do you know the Jedi that had the 2 double-bladed lightsabers? Hold on.
Wait, was this the episode where, like, the clones were fighting each other?
Yes, that's the arc.
Oh my god!
Yes, that one.
Oh, that was such a fucked episode.
Yeah. Yeah, that arc, and then,
Much
like,
has been hidden
the
from us,
Geonosis
Undead
stuff, and
The
then,
ruins beneath the
you know,
surface
there's a lot of
surely
stuff.
contain
The
the
Mandalore
deepest,
stuff.
darkest secrets.
I
Yeah.
have no
Hey.
idea what you're talking about.
And the
Yeah,
Don't worry.
Star Wars stuff, don't worry
Yeah,
about
I know that much.
What he has been
This
up
is like
to.
the pinnacle of Star Wars stuff. The Clone Wars is about as good as it gets, unfortunately.
it.
Like, they're
Clearly,
trying
you
their
haven't seen that
best.
somehow Palpatine returned.
As far as I'm concerned, the last 3 movies aren't canon.
They didn't.
How does Luke
Those did not
Skywalker
happen.
die of being tired?
Infested
It doesn't make any sense. Like, I'm sorry, especially, like, after, like, the Clone Wars finished, and it was, like, even with Rebels, it's, like, there's such a clear direction you can go with this that would make sense and could tell a decent story, and you just didn't.
Womp womp.
Rebels is fine, what do you mean?
No, I'm saying, like, I'm including Rebels with Clone Wars. I'm saying you had, like, a cohesive story with those 2 shows that you could have easily, like, created another, like, if you really wanted to create another 3 movies, and you could have had a format for a really compelling story. They just chose not to do that.
Right.
I have
You have
nothing but respect for Rebels.
167% weapon damage.
Like, it wasn't for me, the show itself, but, like, I have a lot of respect for what it did. It made, like, a decent attempt at making a second Luke Skywalker. I also think the lightsaber gun was awesome.
Real, actually. Gunblade. There should be more gun blades in Star Wars.
Yeah, like, that was badass.
Trying to think of what other shows I watched as a kid. Like, it's not. Hold on. I searched up Montana show, and it comes up with Yellowstone. That's not correct. Hannah Montana, there we go.
Is that a Disney Channel show?
It was, yes.
I wouldn't have seen it then.
Okay, yeah.
I was a Disney XD kid. I didn't really watch the Disney Channel unless Disney XD was putting out some dog shit that day.
That's complete ass.
Yeah, like, they don't know what they're cooking with here. But, like, that was very rare, because they usually had some superhero show on, like Ultimate Spider-Man or something.
Yeah.
So, like, I was usually, like, my time slot was usually decent.
Entertained enough.
Yeah, and then their XD had its weird reality shows like Disney Channel did, but I didn't really understand.
Yeah.
Like there was one, fuck, it was like a gamer's guide to pretty much everything or something like that.
I don't
What
quite
a dog
remember that
shit
one.
show that was.
Yeah, I don't remember that one.
Like it wasn't even. It was. How do I describe this other than it was like it was written by an out of touch millennial.
Crazy.
That's what it felt like as a kid. I don't know if I went back if it would be better. Probably wouldn't. But
Probably not.
like I understood the attempt, but God, did you miss the landing? Like I'd see that show come on, I would turn the TV off. I'd go into the family computer to go play Club Penguin.
Solitaire.
Oh, yeah.
I've never played Solitaire. Is it good?
Solitaire is so unironically good. I love me a good game of solitaire. Like, solitaire is just fun, because it makes you think.
I wasn't expecting the Solitaire takes.
Yeah, sorry, I like solitaire.
I mean,
It's very good for keeping yourself occupied and entertained.
it's a twiddling thumbs kind of game.
No, because twiddling your thumbs implies you're not doing things. Solitaire, you really actually have to think about your moves and strategize.
If you really think about it, Solitaire is a game only able to be understood by people with a high enough IQ.
So what now?
It's the Rick and Morty of card games.
Okay.
Oh shit. Slanderous.
To which thing?
Yeah, that title goes to poker.
Oh, no, hold on.
No, you gotta think about poker.
Poker is awesome. I like poker. Specifically, Red Dead Redemption 2 poker, because that is mental warfare. Listen, we're all having a nice game until I, with 2 ones, go all in.
I don't know what's happened, but all of my weapons are now unable to be used.
Swap to your operator real quick. Then swap back and see if that fixes it.
I already swapped to operator. I used my
What about
5.
pausing the big game?
Doing what? Sorry?
Pause the game, like open your menu real quick. What are you doing?
I am. I don't know. That's the thing. I'm like.
Try bullet jumping. Ha. Yeah, you're on your own here. Good luck.
The funny thing about poker is I genuinely do not understand the rules of poker or what any of the cards mean unless the game tells me. Like, I know that, like, 2 cards is a pair. But other than that, I don't really know. That's kind of like Red Dead was nice. Like, it would let me know, like, if one, like, a new face card was drawn in the center, if it changed my hand, it would tell me, like, okay, this is what it is now. And that's how I learned the values of it, but I couldn't do that off the top of my head. I would need a cheat sheet.
There was a gambling ring in my high school. Poker.
Huh? They allowed that?
It wasn't spoken about. I don't know.
First rule about the gambling
like,
rings, you don't talk about the gambling
Okay,
ring.
cards and dice were banned from my school.
One of my buddies
Because of
bought an
gambling.
entire poker set with like actual chips, like real poker chips.
Okay,
that you
actually,
just,
you know
like,
what?
Pull up and
Never mind. Thinking about it more, being in a vocational sense, it makes vocational school makes more sense that they banned all of that for gambling reasons.
maybe.
A lot of people in my school just play cards for fun because there's nothing else to do.
Yep. Yeah, that and like, there's like a huge amount of people who just played chess. So that was interesting. Couldn't explain why, but yeah, just if you walked into a class and there was someone on their phone, at least a 40% chance they were on chess.com.
Compulsive
It was very
chess
funny.
playing.
Yeah. It was very funny too, because I recognized most of the people who would do it were in like fucking like the hockey teams and stuff. So that's a funny combo.
The CTE hasn't hidden them yet.
No, this is a result of it.
Is it like, what's the, there's actually a name for it, but like the thing that, like, the reason why the Apple made Newton smart?
Well,
Hold on, no, there's a term for this. There's a term for this. I gotta find it.
A conspiracy theory?
No, there's a legit, like,
No,
psychological term for
I think
getting
conspiracy
hit in the
theory is
head.
accurate.
What is the...
Newton became smart by getting hit in the head by the apple is a crazy theory.
No. I'm just saying that while I try and remember the term.
That's what it sounded like.
Yeah, I think the technical term is gravity. I think that's what's responsible for that.
No way.
Acquired savant syndrome, that's what I'm thinking.
What?
This is a real thing for when you get a brain
I
injury.
don't believe you.
I'm dead serious, hold on.
I don't know how to tell you this, because whether or not you believe it doesn't change a fact.
It is very rare.
No, I'm just accusing him of making shit up.
I will send you the article right now.
Oh no. I don't want to be proven wrong. Kill him. Assassins, get him!
It is in your DMs.
God. No! I can't believe it.
Like, granted, it is very rare, but it is a thing where sometimes, like, you get so fucked up from something that it just changes your brain like that. Like, it is rare, it is an exception, but it can happen.
Okay, it's gonna sound like a stupid question. Was the shoving people in lockers a real thing? Because I never saw that ever.
So,
In
define
America?
shoving.
Does that vibe of bullying? I don't know.
Bullying? No. However, one of my friends in high school was small enough that he would get in one of like the half-size lockers in the locker room for fun.
Hell yeah.
So,
At least for me, both in
Whatever
middle
it
school and
takes
high
to
school-
avoid gym class, I guess.
this wasn't to avoid gym class. This
Love
was just
of the game.
sitting in the locker because he was bored.
If I was that small, I would do that too.
I
through at
thought,
least my
you were
middle
like
school.
4'5", I'm gonna be honest.
Me?
Yes.
Damn!
It is now possible to
I mean, I probably was for like a while, but like 5'1" on a good day.
Okay, understood. It's like... Zero, do you know the videos? Like, I don't know where the source is from, but it's like of some like dwarf, like, talking shit to an elf. It's like, listen here, you knife-haired piece of shit! And that's just the vibe I've gotten from you for ages. I'll find the video if you haven't seen it.
I haven't seen it, but I appreciate the sentiment nonetheless. No, there was no, at least for my middle school and high school experience, like, no one even uses lockers because we don't have to bring a ton in our backpacks anyway, so there's not really a point.
We
They're
didn't
still
use
in the
lockers
hallways.
because the classrooms were too far apart for it to be reasonable to get to your locker and back.
That too, that's another issue, is our school is
Stop giving me
way
the gun
too
blueprint,
big.
give me the part.
Avoid and
Hold on, I gotta see this video.
implications would be helpful, of course. For now.
He just keeps going.
Oh, that's incredible. If that's the vibe I've given you for ages, that is a high honor.
What's wrong with my guns? I have to, yeah, keep going back out to try to see if the weapons will come back.
Oh, I'm fucking crying.
I think I'm gonna I will be right back.
Yeah, yeah.
Anyways, chat, that is going to do it for me today. I've been going for a bit, so I think I'm gonna call it there because I need dinner and whatnot. But until next time, thank you all so much for hanging around and watching. Take care and good. Bye.